ball, Cotton, right as the shot clock buzzer sounded. I didn't even know if he knew it.
Goes left. Heckman 3 on the way. Got it. Patrick Heckman nails the 3.
Left wing puts up a 3. It's up. It is good. Oh, boy. Galloway chucks it up. 35-footer at the buzzer. Yes. Wow.
And there's more memories to be made.
And that's the ball game. Boston College has advanced. They have upset the 5th seed NC State 91-87. Survive and advance.
Jamie Luckey says game over.
Unbelievable. The Eagles win.
For the first time in 10 years, Boston College has beaten the North Carolina Tar Heels. Jared Hamilton's free throws win it. The final 71-70 in Chapel Hill.
Boston College basketball is next.
Mark, network stations, we are 1 minute until airtime on the Boston College Sports Network, our men's basketball broadcast. Once again, stations, if you encounter technical issues during the broadcast, please call the Boston College studio hotline at 336-831-0801. Studios, when you hear the tone, please start your archive recording. Coming up on 30 seconds until airtime. Mark, 30 seconds until airtime. Studios, please start your archive recording. Stations, your final time key will be with 15 seconds until airtime. Mark, 15 seconds until airtime. Stations, have fun.
The following is a Learfield presentation of the Boston College Sports Network. Boston College Sports Network from Learfield. Boston College basketball is on the air. Our coverage takes off with the Eagles Courtside Show. Today's broadcast on the Boston College Sports Network is sponsored by Apex Entertainment. Experience the thrills. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Cambridge Savings Bank. We treat every customer like our only customer. Coca-Cola. Take a taste. Empower. Take control of your financial future to empower what's next. By Great Hill Dental, the Boston area's premier dental group. Hajars, big athletic tall men's clothing. Mass General Brigham, the official medical provider of Boston College Athletics. The McGovern Auto Group, the official auto group of Boston College Athletics. State Electric, proven experience, powerful performance. And by Village Bank, your village, your bank. We're 15 minutes away from tip-off. Now, here's Josh Mauer.
We have reached the postseason for Boston College, and it's off to Washington, D.C. Capital One Arena is the site for the first round of the ACC tournament. The Eagles come in as the number 11 seed, and they'll take on for the third time in 3.5 weeks the 14th seeded Miami Hurricanes. The winner advances into the second round tomorrow night to take on Clemson, and BC is trying to beat the Hurricanes for a third time this season, including just last week, when they did it on the road in Coral Gables. Trying to advance to the second round of this conference tournament for the third straight year, all 3 seasons under head coach Earl Grant, if they can get a win tonight against the U. Welcome into Eagles Courtside. Along with the Boston College Hall of Famer Danye Abrams, I'm Josh Mauer. Coming up, we're going to get you ready for this one with an interview with assistant coach Jim Molinari. He had the scouting report for the team here. We will speak with Colin Wood, our producer, back in the Learfield studios in just a few moments. He's got a look at the out-of-town action on a busy Tuesday of championship week. Then, of course, we get you set for the matchup with keys to the game and the injury report. We're going to have a delayed start to our game, which was scheduled to be right at about 7 o'clock at the top of the hour. But because of the length of the previous game that is still underway between NC State and Louisville, NC State's going to win, but everybody's calling all of their timeouts. And so we're going to start, my guess would be about 7:10. So if you're just turning us on and you're trying to plan for when the ball will be thrown into the air, probably about 7:10 here tonight from Washington, D.C. That's a long intro into our pregame coverage, but partner Danier, it's great to be back with you, and it is great to be in the ACC tournament. This is always one of the most fun times of the year for a college basketball fan and for us for a broadcaster.
No, absolutely. A great environment here at the Capitol Center. This is down here in D.C. It's tremendous. Buildings everywhere, but this is what it's all about. Everyone is 0-0. Regular season's done, and now you're playing for something special.
Let me talk about what we just said at the outset. Boston College playing Miami for the third time in 3.5 weeks. For the second time in 1 week, and trying to beat them 3 times in one season. That is very unique. It doesn't happen very often. What are your thoughts about the fact that they've beaten them twice and now have to play them again?
Well, I'm happy that they beat them twice. But like I know, beating someone 3 times in one season is tough. But, they come out here. They have to come out with the same game plan. But the only difference is they have to come out today, the Eagles, playing like they lost the last 2 to Miami, not like they won.
Boston College beat Miami last Wednesday. It was 67-57. And they had beaten them in the middle of February at Conti Forum in a much higher scoring, different kind of game, 85-77. The common theme, Danier, in each of those games, BC dominated the final about 5 minutes. They outscored the U's 17-4 at home in the final 5 minutes of the game. They were trailing going into that. And then in a close game last Wednesday, they outscored Miami 8-2 over about the last 5 minutes of the game. When you look back at those two, and as I said, they were different games. One was very high scoring. Last week's was more defensive oriented. But when you look back, what was the difference in those last 5 minutes each time they gave BC the wins?
I just thought they just hunkered down on the defensive end, got consecutive stops, and made big plays, made the right passes on the offense, no hero ball. They turned down good shots for great shots, and, that's how they won those games.
Boston College comes into the ACC tournament, as mentioned, the number 11 seed. In the regular season, they were 17-14 overall. That was good for their most total victories in 6 years since they made the NIT in 2018 with 19 wins. They had 17 in the regular season this time. And they went 8-12 in the ACC, which placed them 11th. They were picked in the preseason poll for whatever it's worth. Boston College was supposed to be at 12th, so they did a little bit better than the preseason prognostications. I know internally they wanted to be better than the 11 seed, Danier, but as you look back at the regular season, what were your thoughts about the way that BC went about going 8-12?
No, I think it was a great season. They did what they had to do non-conference, had some good victories, and I thought they were right there tinkering on their 8-12 in the ACC, but they could have easily been 12-8. There's a lot of games that came down to a couple possessions. Within 2 minutes, they were up 1 or down 1. And, that's the rigors of the ACC play. But I thought all in all it was a great season so far. First time they had a winning record in so long. But, right now the job's not done. Coach Grant thinks his team is playing at peak ball like he wants to going into March.
Meanwhile, Miami comes in on a 9-game losing streak. The 14th seeded Hurricanes were picked second in the ACC preseason poll, and they finished second to last instead with a 15-16 record, 6-14 in conference with those 9 straight losses. 2 of those 9, Danier, came to BC, as we talked about over the previous 3+ weeks. But what went wrong for Miami down the stretch?
I think it was just, injuries, losing Miller and Wong, who I thought was their glue guy for that Final Four run. They just thought certain guys were going to step up. They just didn't as well as Coach Larinaga thought they would. But, at the end of the day, they're still a dangerous team right now. They're a team that can come in here, if healthy, and reel off 5 games in a row.
We'll get into this later on when we get to the injury report. But the biggest question for Coach Larinaga and the Hurricanes tonight is the health of one of their senior leaders, Nigel Pack. When healthy, Pack is one of the best three-point shooters in the conference. Now, he re-injured a knee in that loss to BC last Wednesday on his senior night. He didn't play in their loss to Florida State then on Saturday and has not been in 5 of the last 6 games overall for Miami. But we're told that maybe Nigel Pack's going to try to give it a go tonight. And if he does go, what does that change?
Changes a lot. Now it's basically like you can't leave him wide open. He's such a great shooter that whenever he has the ball on the weak side, it's basically 4 against 4 because you can't let that defender stay away from him. He opens up the floor, a lot of spacing, and that makes Omier and other guys get downhill and score easily and not get double teamed.
We're on an extended Eagles courtside show from D.C. before the first round ACC tournament matchup. Boston College and Miami. Josh and Danier with you. The second game of this first round has just completed with NC State beating last place Louisville. And probably ending the tenure of Kenny Payne as the Cardinals head coach in the process. That was a high-scoring game. Earlier today, Notre Dame beat Georgia Tech. And we'll get all the details on that from the studio. Let's send it back that way with our man Colin Wood, who's got all the action to catch you up on Championship Week Tuesday. Back your way, Colin. How are you?
I'm doing great, Josh. As always, thank you guys. I'm here in Studio 3 with you as we continue on Eagles Courtside. There's conference tournament action around the clock this week, but there's already a handful of teams who have punched their ticket into the tournament. Now, the first bid of the 68-team field was handed to Morehead State on Saturday night. The Eagles captured the Ohio Valley title with a 69-55 win over Arkansas Little Rock. It's a familiar sight for the small school in northeastern Kentucky, their 9th trip overall and the 2nd in the last 4 years. We flipped the calendar a day ahead on Sunday for Arch Madness. Drake University got off to a hot start versus Indiana State, ended up squandering a 13-point lead in the second half, but eventually would prevail 84-80 the final to be Missouri Valley champions. And we take a look at one of the bids captured last night. The 33-3 overall James Madison Dukes demolished competition in the quarters and semis of the Sun Belt, and the championship game versus Arkansas State was no different.
Take this in, JMU Nation. It hasn't happened in over a decade. 3, 2, 1. The Dukes win! Dukes win! Dukes win! Crown them! JMU is the top dog in the Sun Belt Conference. For the first time in 11 years, James Madison has punched its ticket to the NCAA tournament.
What a scene there for Dave Riggert from Learfield on the call, and what a run for JMU, ranked as high as 18 in the polls this year, and they won their first Sun Belt title. Time to switch gears and recap the action from the first round in D.C. earlier today. We tipped off with Georgia Tech and Notre Dame at 2 p.m. Both these teams came in with league records of 7-13 down the stretch, and it was just as close as the records.
One-on-one, freshman against freshman. George pivots, kicks it left wing. Coleman for 3, rattles in and out. It was halfway down. Imes saves it on the baseline. Outlet Shrewsbury. Here he comes. Finds Burton in transition. Up to the hoop, and he lays it in. 1:15 to go, and Notre Dame's back in front by 1. 81-80, and a timeout, Georgia Tech.
That's Tony Simeon from 690 WSBT on the call as the Irish conquered the Jackets 84-80, and they will face Wake Forest tomorrow in the second round. And just going final with the Boston three-party courtside for it, NC State escaped Louisville 94-85. Their next obstacle will be Syracuse tomorrow at 7. When we come back, we'll get you the scouting report from assistant coach Jim Molinari, followed by the injury report and Danier's keys to the game. The U and BC from DC. More on Eagles Courtside next on the Boston College Sports Network from Learfield.
Boston College 1992 alum Matt McGovern is the proud owner of the McGovern Auto Group, Boston's fastest growing family of car dealerships. Matt is proud to serve BC, its students, alumni, and their families, with 22 dealerships across the Boston Metro and over 5,000 vehicles to choose from. Don't settle for a new vehicle from just anyone. Join your fellow Eagles Matt McGovern, Mark Walker, and Tom Kilgariff at McGovern Auto Group. Visit them online at McGovernAuto.com. Go Eagles!
Life is full of choices. How to manage your time, your energy, and even your money. But what if you were given the chance to stop and get rewarded for the way you want to bank? That's the power of Evolve Rewards Checking from the Village Bank. Rewarding banking for the way you choose to live. Visit village-bank.com and evolve today. The Village Bank. Member FDIC. Member DIF.
Today's game is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Looking for a career path with flexibility and great pay and benefits? Go to progressive.com/careers and apply online today. This is the Boston College Sports Network from Learfield.
Fun or playing for keeps at the Massachusetts State Lottery. It means so much more than just money for you, 'cause we've been giving back since 72. Your wallet explodes while we're plowing the roads, and we're building schools while you're buying a pool. So try your lucky numbers, you can see for yourself. Everyone's a winner in the Commonwealth. Everyone's a winner in the Commonwealth.
Be sure to visit
The Eagles Courtside Show continues with today's Coach's Corner, brought to you by Designer Advantage, where great interior design becomes a great business. Now with Coach, here's Josh Mauer.
Eagles courtside at the ACC tournament in D.C. The first round matchup against Miami is only minutes away, and assistant coach Jim Molinari is kind enough to give us some of his time here to preview the matchup. You've beaten this team twice over the last really just 3 weeks. When you look back at the first two meetings, what are the biggest takeaways that you've got?
Well, they were totally different games. So we beat them the first time. We made 15 threes. They made 13. We outscored them. The second game, we out-defended them. And we played our way. You know, they got 57 points, and they made 6 threes. So, Miami is interesting because they're very talented. They're very long. They're very athletic. Jim Larinaga teams don't quit. You have to beat them. And I think we did in the last 5 minutes of the first game, and the second game about the last 5 minutes. But it's credit to Coach Grant. You know, we don't stop doing what we do. We keep working, and like the Bible says, in all work there's profit. And last week was a great week, winning 2 road games.
What is the magic bullet to playing well at this time of the year? Is there one?
I think you have to defend. It's the combination of urgency and confidence. You know, you got to be urgent, which I think is number one key in winning college basketball, and confident that you can do it because you're going to have to make some shots. And it's no time for anything but every possession, playing with defensive and offensive integrity and playing with aggression.
Assistant coach Jim Molinari with us here in Eagles courtside from D.C. It's the Eagles and the Hurricanes coming up. All year long, I've heard the coaching staff and the players say we want to be playing our best basketball when we get to March, and specifically when we get to D.C. for the tournament. Do you feel like you've accomplished that? Are you playing about as well as you have all season?
I think we're playing good basketball. I think we can even make another step, but we're playing good basketball, and it shows. And I also want to congratulate Quentin Post for being second team. You know, Quentin accomplished nothing in his first 2 years at Mississippi State. He came to us. He never said anything bad about Mississippi State or the head coach, Ben Howland. But that is a lesson for players. If you don't give in, if you don't shift the blame, and you keep working. He kept working, he was patient, and now he's been rewarded. So I think we're playing very good basketball. But more, we're playing to our identity. Slow the pace down a little bit, play great defense, and work for the best shot. You know, everything's about your leader, and we have the right leader.
Thank you so much, Coach, and we wish you best of luck tonight.
Thanks, Charles. Go Cubs.
Jim Molinari joining us here. Eagles Courtside continues with the injury report as we get you closer to tip-off in Washington on the Boston College Sports Network from Learfield.
Source Promo is the best choice for your company's branded promotional products and wearable needs. Source Promo works with you like an agency would and provides better service and pricing than the mega promo places you see on TV. When your brand or business needs help finding just the right thing for your promotional activation, sponsorship, staff engagement, or customer appreciation event, go to sourcepromo.com to get the conversation started. Source Promo is proud to be a partner of Boston College Athletics. Go Eagles!
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup for the 2023-24 college athletic season? You can follow the standings of your favorite school or alma mater at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. That's thedirectorscup.com and L Directors Cup on Twitter. Trophies will be awarded in June 2024 to the winning institutions in all competitive divisions. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Today's game is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Protect your home and auto. Save when you bundle. Get a quote at progressive.com. This is the Boston College Sports Network from Learfield.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
This is Tom's experience.
I was completely committed to buying a house. I just wasn't sure I could pull off a huge down payment.
At Cambridge Savings Bank, we know that your home buying experience will be unique. That's why our dedicated mortgage loan experts share your commitment, taking the time to truly understand your individual needs and working with you to find solutions that set you up for success. See how Cambridge Savings Bank can help you get home at cambridgesavings.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 543370.
It's an extended Eagles courtside show here from Capital One Arena as Boston College gets set for its first round ACC tournament matchup as the 11 seed. They take on the 14th seeded Miami Hurricanes. Before we continue, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Boston College basketball from Learfield. I'm Josh Maurer with BC Hall of Famer Danye Abrams. The reason this pregame show is extended and the reason the tip of tonight's game is delayed, we had a couple of games that preceded us here in Washington. A win, as Colin just told you, for Notre Dame over Georgia Tech, and then a win for NC State over Louisville. Boston College trying to join those two teams moving into the second round. Danye, I got to point this out. BC this season, in the regular season anyway, they went 7-0 against the bottom four teams in the ACC. That included 2 wins against this Miami team they're going to face for a third time here. But 7-0 against the bottom four. They went 1-12 against the top 11. So I think that tells you that when they've played teams that they're supposed to beat, they've done it every time. They haven't punched much above their weight class, but against these bottom dwellers, they've been very good this year. Why do you think that is?
No, they have. They've come in and stuck to the game plan, and winning is hard in the ACC, yet alone throughout any other games that you play throughout the year. But I guess BC just played well against those bottom teams, and then when they played against the bigger teams, were very close to beating some of the big ones, but just couldn't get over that hump.
And last week on the road, they finished the regular season with back-to-back wins against the 14th and 15th seeded teams. Miami on Wednesday, then Louisville on Saturday night they beat. So they took care of business to get some momentum coming here to Washington, D.C. in the process. Let's get you the injury report. It's brought to you by Mass General Brigham, the official medical provider of Boston College Athletics. For BC, still no Chaz Kelly. It's been a couple of weeks now since he had his appendix removed, and Chaz not expected to be able to come back here for the ACC tournament this week. So they play again without their backup point guard. Meanwhile, the big story for Miami, the health of Nigel Pack, who preseason was a second-team All-ACC selection. And in the regular season, he averaged 13 points a game, but he did not play in 5 of the final 6 due to a knee issue that he re-aggravated, as we told you earlier here in our pregame show. He re-aggravated it, Danye, in the first half of that game against Boston College on his senior night last week. He never came back in. Miami was up by 10 points when Pack got hurt, and then they ended up losing later on by 10 points. So it was a 20-point turnaround. When Nigel Pack went out of that game, he is warming up, and he is going to be in the starting lineup for Jim Larrañaga here tonight. What do you think about that?
I mean, I think it's a huge lift for Miami, but it can go both ways. I know they were a +10 with Pack on the court, giving him a lot of respect, not going back. But I would basically go out and say, you know what? Pack hasn't played all year. Let him beat you. Stop everyone else. Pack may hit his first 2 threes, but after that, fatigue will set in. Let him beat you. But Miami's a tremendous team when he's on the floor.
He is in the starting lineup, as he will have been for all 25 games now this season that he's been healthy enough to play in. Boston College and Miami, the tip-off delayed due to the length of the preceding games here in Washington, and we're expecting, I said earlier, about a 7:10 tip. It's going to be a little closer to 7:15, so about a 15-minute delay before we finally get it going, and we hope that it is worth the wait. Speaking of worth the wait, Danny's been working all week thus far on his keys to the game. They're brought to you, as always, by McGovern Auto Group, online at McGovernAuto.com. McGovern Auto Group, from our lot to your driveway, our tools help you find a vehicle quickly and easily. It's tournament time. There is no tomorrow if you don't win. How does Boston College extend its season to the second round?
Well, first off, Miami's a great defensive group, and they love to get deflections and steals. So BC has to get back in transition defense, early and not let Miami get easy shots. Second, they have to guard Miami without fouling. Miami has a good knack of drawing fouls, getting other opponents in foul trouble, and making a lot of free throws. And lastly, they have to win the battle on the boards, and that's also mingled in with winning all the 50-50 balls. It's going to be a toughness game this evening.
We know the way Miami plays, even when they've been shorthanded this year. They want a lot of possessions. They're going to press you and try to get steals and play a game in the 70s and 80s. Boston College, they want to do the exact opposite of that tonight, just like they did last week when they won 67-57, right?
No, you're absolutely right. Miami's averaging 76 points a game. They're an excellent shooting team. They're 46% overall from 3 points. And like I said, with the fouls, they average 16 free throws per game, and they're hitting that at a high clip of 75%. So it's easier said than done, but when you look at the stats, you're saying, how is Miami at the bottom with those stats that they're putting up?
And I would also mention this. Miami started the year 15-7. Through their first 22 games, they were averaging 81 points. They've lost their last 9, and they averaged only 65 points in those final 9 that they lost. And 2 of those losses were to Boston College. That's going to do it for our extended Eagles Courtside show. And again, as I said, we hope it's worth the wait when we come back. The starting lineups in the opening tip-off. The 11th seed, Boston College, and the 14th seed, Miami, on the BC Sports Network from Learfield.
Boston College 1992 alum Matt McGovern is the proud owner of the McGovern Auto Group, Boston's fastest growing family of car dealerships. Matt is proud to serve BC, its students, alumni, and their families, with 22 dealerships across the Boston Metro and over 5,000 vehicles to choose from. Don't settle for a new vehicle from just anyone. Join your fellow Eagles Matt McGovern, Mark Walker, and Tom Kilgariff at McGovern Auto Group. Visit them online at McGovernAuto.com. Go Eagles!
State Electric's commitment to client satisfaction and excellence drives them to deliver best-in-class electrical contracting services on time and on budget. With more than 30 years' experience executing the most challenging and complex commercial, utility power, rail transit, and low-voltage systems projects throughout the Boston area, State Electric gives their clients the peace of mind that they will deliver proven experience and powerful performance on every job. Let's go Eagles and light up the competition.
Today's game is brought to you by Progressive. See why over 28 million drivers trust Progressive to stay protected on the road. See for yourself at Progressive.com. This is the Boston College Sports Network from Learfield.
Calling all Boston College students and families searching for the perfect place to stay during your visit to BC? Look no further than the Homewood Suites Needham. Our spacious suites offer all the comforts of home, making them perfect for families and students alike. Start your day off right with our complimentary hot breakfast. Stay connected with free Wi-Fi throughout the hotel and enjoy the convenience of free parking. Our friendly staff is here to make your stay exceptional, and we're conveniently located just a stone's throw away from Boston College. Visit needhamboston.homewoodsuitesbyhilton.com. Homewood Suites, your home away from home near Boston College.
College sports fans now have access to hundreds of weekly podcasts that zero in on the college sports world. Now available in the Varsity Podcast Network and part of the new Varsity app. The app is free and available from wherever you get your favorite apps. Download the Varsity app today to have access to hundreds of national podcasts as well as your favorite team-focused podcasts. The Varsity Podcast Network, now available for free on the Varsity app. Download from the App Store and listen today.
At Capital One Arena and just about ready for this first round ACC tournament matchup. The 11th seeded Boston College and the 14th seed Miami Hurricanes. The BC trying to advance to the second round for all 3 seasons under Earl Grant after they did not get an ACC tournament win the final 3 years before Coach Grant took over on the Heights. They've been very good this month, and they'll try to keep that going on a 2-game winning streak entering play, including a win just last Wednesday at Miami. This is the 3rd time this season they'll take on the U. Boston College has not defeated an ACC opponent 3 times in the same season. It's been a long time. The last time that happened, you have to go all the way back to when they did it against Miami in 2007. That was 17 years ago. Eagles went 17-14 in the regular season. That was their most total victories in 6 years. And they were 8-12 in the ACC. Again, good for 11th place. Meanwhile, Miami lost their final 9 games coming into the conference tournament to fall to 15-16 after they started 15-7 this year. They were 6-14 in the ACC. Along with the Boston College Hall of Famer Danye Abrams, I'm Josh Maurer. It's time to get to the starting lineups. And we'll start with the visitors. And as the 14 seed tonight, that is the Hurricanes under longtime head coach Jim Larrañaga. His 13th season on the bench at the U, 270 wins. That's first in Miami men's basketball history. In the last couple of years, he made deep runs in March, including one to the Final Four a season ago. But it has been a disappointing 2023-24 thus far. Here's his lineup. It does have Nigel Pack back in as a starter coming off of injury. The senior Kansas State transfer comes in averaging 13 points. He did not play, though, in 5 of the final 6 in the regular season. He got hurt late in the first half against BC on his senior night back a week ago. Pack has not scored a point the last 2 games that he's even tried to play in, going 0 for 12. 0 out of 12 on his field goals last 2 times he's tried it. That's going to be the big question mark. What does his shot look like dealing with the knee issue tonight? Next to Pack in the backcourt is Bensley Joseph, junior point guard out of the Bay State, Arlington, Mass native, who starts a 7th straight game, and he's playing the best ball of his 3-year career. 6 straight double-figure scoring games, 15 points a game on average, shooting 47% from long range in those last 6 for Bensley Joseph. The third guard is Wooga Poplar. His given first name, Nicene, but he goes by the nickname Wooga. Danye loves it. Wooga is averaging 13 points, but he had a horrific game against BC last week in which he shot only 2 out of 12 from the field. They are perhaps best on the front line with Matthew Cleveland and Norchad Omier. The forward Cleveland, who transferred this year from Florida State, averaged 14 points and 6 rebounds per game in the regular season. He's had 3 good scoring games in his career against BC. 3 games played, he scored at least 13 points against the Eagles in all of them and is averaging 17 points against Boston College is Matthew Cleveland. The man in the middle, Norchad Omier, All-ACC second-team selection. He had 16 double-doubles in the regular season, including 2 last week, averaging 17 points, 10 rebounds, and he is a beast inside is Norchad Omier. Told you Jim Larrañaga is in his 13th season as the Miami head coach. In his career, he's 16-5 against BC. Earl Grant in his 3rd season on the Heights, and he's 2-3 against the Hurricanes. Both of those wins coming in the regular season this year. BC 2-0 this season against Miami. They had won only 3 games total against the U the previous 13 campaigns. Here's the lineup for Coach Grant, and it's the same one that he went with for the final few weeks of the regular season. The backcourt, 3 guards, point guard Jaden Zachary. Next to him, Claudel Harris Jr. and Mason Madsen. Now, Zachary did not have a good week last week. Even though the team won 2 road games, he shot only 5 of 17 total and had 8 turnovers combined in those 2 games. They're going to need the good Jay-Z here in D.C. to make a run. Claudel Harris Jr. did have a very good week, and that was great to see. Snapping out of a slump, he averaged 16 points a game in those 2 road wins. Meanwhile, Mason Madsen has been finishing out his career with a flourish. 4-year senior, 2 of them at BC, and he's had 2 great games against Miami in the wins in the regular season. He was combined 11 of 22 on 3-point shots in those 2 games. That's right, Mason made 11 3-pointers against Miami in the 2 victories earlier this season. Up front, you've got Devin McLaughlin and Quinton Post. McLaughlin, who was one of the more improved players in the ACC this year, averaged 12 points a game in conference, and he was a great glue guy. Whatever you needed him to do, he could step up and help you win a game. Quinton Post, as Coach Molinari said in our pregame interview on Eagles Courtside, congratulations are in order to the 5-year senior they call QP. He was named to the All-ACC second team yesterday. So both of the centers in this game were second-team conference selections, Omier and Post. Post also made the ACC All-Defensive team, which was very cool to see. In his 2 games against Miami this season, Quinton Post averaged 21 points and shot 6 of 11 on threes. We know that he can beat you both inside and out. And Quinton had a lot of long-range success against the Hurricanes in the 2 wins during the regular season. Boston College trying for 3 wins in 3.5 weeks against Miami and trying to advance to the second round of the ACC tournament for the 3rd consecutive year under Coach Grant. Lineups are being introduced. Sebastian the Ibis is at midcourt. The ubiquitous Miami mascot. Of course, Baldwin, he's holding his own over behind the basket next to the BC team bench where their starters are being introduced. If you're just joining us, we have a delay, and it's going to end up being almost a 20-minute delay. It keeps getting pushed further and further back. I know the scheduled tip time said 7 o'clock. It's going to end up being about 7:20. So Danier and I have been vamping for you here on our extended pregame coverage, and now we're finally just about ready. Boston College will come out in the home white, designated as the home team as the number 11 seed. White tops and bottoms, it's the alternate home unis with cursive Eagles in maroon written across the front of the chest. Meanwhile, Miami is going to be in their road green. Green tops and pants, white letters and numbers. In block lettering, it says Miami across the front of their shirts. The officiating crew for this first round matchup, as assigned by the ACC, it's going to be headed by Justin Porterfield. He'll toss the ball into the air, flanked by Tommy Morrissey and Danier Abrams' favorite referee of all time, TV Teddy Valentine. I said that somewhat in jest, but you know what? At least when you've got Teddy refereeing your game, you know you've got a veteran official who's seen everything.
Absolutely. You know, we call him TV Teddy because he's just so explosive. And there will be one time during the game he will stop and all the cameras will be on him.
What are you looking for here at the outset of this game?
You know, not to be cliches, but these first 5 minutes are very important. You know Miami's going to come out. You know, they're not happy about losing 2 games to the Eagles. So they're going to come out and try to give it all right now and have a knockout punch the first 5 minutes. The Eagles have to take on that punch and counter punch and withstand what Miami's going to try to do.
Getting ready to get it going. The winner to advance to the second round and face Clemson at 9 p.m. tomorrow night. Quinton Post will jump center for the Eagles and Norchad O'Meara for the Hurricanes. Referee Porterfield throws it into the air, and Quinton Post wins the jump. Away we go. About 20 minutes later than we thought, but it's time for ACC tournament action. Zachary to Post for a right-wing 3 that rattled off. QP misses for 3. Will go Poplar, the Miami rebound, and here they come. Glad you're with us on the BC Sports Network from Learfield. Josh and Danier at Capital One Arena in Washington. Nigel Pack throws the left wing. Matthew Cleveland enters onto the left post for Norchad O'Meara. Goes one-on-one at Quinton Post, and the jump hook rolls in for O'Meara inside the paint. 2-0 Miami, and that's what O'Meara can do to you.
He can right there. QP let him get the ball a little too deep, but that's why O'Meara is who he is. Once he gets those shoulders sideways, you can't do anything about it.
Waddell Harris to the right corner. McLaughlin catch and shot 3. Too strong for Devin, and a rebound by the little point guard Bensley Joseph. BC has had its big men shoot 3s, and they've missed both. Driving into the basket goes Poplar, and it's blocked out of bounds. Right at the rim by Devin McLaughlin. He's going to stay with the Hurricanes, though. They lead it 2-0 just about a minute in, and so you had Post missed the first 3-point shot, and Devin McLaughlin, who made a couple of those, Danier, Saturday in the win at Louisville, but he missed his shot from the corner.
He did, but I like that. 2 good shots, wide open, playing in the flow of the game. You know, maybe later on we want to run some more clock, but I'll take those 2 wide open 3s.
Miami to inbound it. Leading 2-0. Poplar. Wooga will trigger it in baseline underneath. He'll throw it out to the wing for O'Meara. 25 feet away, the dribble handoff to Nigel Pack. We'll see how his knee looks. Pack gets a return feed on the left wing from Poplar. Now O'Meara's at the top of the key. Pitches the handoff over for Bensley Joseph, who's been red hot coming in. Enters inside O'Meara. Throws it out to the wing. Cleveland catch and shot 3. That's good. Matthew Cleveland hits the 3, and Miami's got a 5-0 lead.
Yeah, right there, Miami did a great job. I told you they're going to come out very hard, Mauer, and very aggressive, playing to win.
Matthew Cleveland can beat you both inside and out. Zachary driving to the basket, got to the rim. The C's parted. Jaden Zachary floats it in to get BC on the board. 5-2, the Hurricanes, and it's Jaden who gets the first points of the conference tournament for the Eagles.
Yeah, like you said right there, the C's just parted. Everyone was there. Thought Jay-Z was going to pass it, but he had an easy layup.
O'Meara misses once going at Quinton Post, but he followed his miss, and O'Meara puts it back up and in off the glass at 7-2. QP defended him well, but then he couldn't get the defensive rebound, and O'Meara's got 4. 2 minutes into the game, BC down by 5 again. Mason Madsen enters onto the left block for Quinton Post. One-on-one against O'Meara. Backs his way into the paint. Turnaround jump hook. Way off. Banked it and missed. And it's rebounded by Cleveland. Here comes Miami trying to go up 7 or 8 in the opening 2+ minutes. O'Meara at the top of the key. O'Meara with a left-handed dribble. Hands it off to Pack, driving and throwing into the corner. Joseph catching shot 3. Misses off the side of the rim. And it's rebounded by Quinton Post. That would have made it 10-2. Instead, it's 7-2 still. Here come the Eagles. Post has it 25 feet away. To the right wing, Claudel Harris. Harris picks up the dribble. Now it's McLaughlin at the top. Hands for Madsen. Rolling as McLaughlin caught the pass. Stepping across the court, Zachary. Touch pass to Harris for right wing 3. Too strong. Back rim miss on his first shot. Rebound O'Meara. Here comes Miami, still leading 7-2. Joseph brings it up to the front court. Joseph driving right around Madsen. The floater is an air ball. Good defense. Madsen recovered and a rebound by Quinton Post. And now here comes Zachary down 7-2 all the way to the rim. Gets to the basket and banked it in. Jaden Zachary going all the way, and it's 7-4 with 16:55 to go in the half.
And just like you called, needed Zachary to play something better. There he goes right there, right down the lane again, getting an easy basket.
Jaden Zachary, a great start to this game. Wooga Poplar to O'Meara, top of the key, studies, shoots, and front rim's a 3. Rebound in the corner, Zachary knocked it, and Zachary on a seated position grabs it. Up ahead to Madsen, left wing for 3 in the tie, got it! Mason Madsen hits the 3. 7-7 the score with 16:25 to go in the half.
That's our shooter. That's what he does. Great advancement of the ball off the rebound. Only probably about 2 or 3 dribbles into a wide open 3.
Back comes O'Meara for Miami. Throws a right-handed pass for Bensley Joseph. Back to O'Meara, wide open at the top for 3. He's short again. He's missed a couple from right there, has Norchad, and an uncontested rebound by Mason Madsen. There come the Eagles, 7-7, 4 minutes in. Zachary at the top, throws to Post. He's open for 3. Post, yes! Quinton Post swishes in a 3. He is on the board, and BC has scored 8 in a row to lead 10-7.
And that's what you call a counterpunch, Mauer. Miami came out with everything, and BC just settled in and started playing BC basketball.
They've hit 3 straight shots, including consecutive 3-pointers. Poplar step back on Madsen for 3. That's good. Wooga Poplar, that was a tough shot. Miami now has tied the game 10-10 on Wooga's basket with 15:30 to go in the half.
Should I do it? I got to do it. Wooga.
He deserved it. Claudel Harris saves a poor pass in the corner from Zachary by pitching it over to McLaughlin. Right back to Claudel, right wing. Post at the top. 3-pointer again. Good again. Quinton Post. O'Meara had a hand in his face that time, but he made his 2nd in a row. BC's made 3 straight 3s. Up 3 by Pack. Other end is good. That was from 29 feet out. His first basket in a month. Nigel Pack ties the game at 13 with 15 minutes to go.
Yeah, you're right. That was a deep one right there. That's what we're fearful of about Pack being back in the game.
Post against O'Meara. Fakes a 3. Drives to the basket. Fouled on his way in. Banked it in. Will they count it is the question. They will. And 1. Quinton Post. BC in front 15-13. And finally a timeout on the floor after a very long, exhausting stretch without whistles. Then after starting 1 out of 5, BC has made 5 shots in a row, including the last 3 from the second-team All-ACC selection. How about the start, Danier, for Quinton Post?
No, that was awesome. I mean, he missed his first couple of shots, but then he came back and hit a wide-open 3. O'Meara pressed up on him, made it on him, and then O'Meara had to get up on him because he made 2 threes, blew right by him. Now he has a chance for a 3-point play.
Post already with 8. Boston College trailed by 5 early, but leads at the first media timeout 15-13 with 14:38 on the clock. You're listening to the ACC Tournament on the Boston College Sports Network from Learfield.
Mass General Brigham Sports Medicine. Personalized sports medicine care driven by research and determination. Top specialists who understand your athletic dreams, goals, and the need to get back to them. Together, we'll write your comeback story. Mass General Brigham Sports Medicine. Call 877-SPORT-01 to start your comeback story today.
Life is full of choices. How to manage your time, your energy, and even your money. But what if you were given the chance to stop and get rewarded for the way you want to bank? That's the power of Evolve Rewards Checking from the Village Bank. Rewarding banking for the way you choose to live. Visit village-bank.com and evolve today. The Village Bank. Member FDIC. Member DIF.
Source Promo is the best choice for your company's branded promotional products and wearable needs. Source Promo works with you like an agency would and provides better service and pricing than the mega promo places you see on TV. When your brand or business needs help finding just the right thing for your promotional activation, sponsorship, staff engagement, or customer appreciation event, go to sourcepromo.com to get the conversation started. Source Promo is proud to be a partner of Boston College Athletics. Go Eagles!
What an exciting start to this ACC first-round matchup. Boston College leading 15-13 with 14:38 to go in the opening half. Bud Light proudly sponsors BC Athletics. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Please enjoy responsibly. From Washington, D.C., where this tournament is being held for just the third time ever. The last was in 2016. Josh Maurer with the BC Hall of Famer Danye Abrams. Kevin Collins is our courtside producer here, and Colin Wood, who you heard from early in our Eagles courtside show. He is the man back in the Learfield studios. BC trying to beat Miami for a third time this season. Danye, you talked about it earlier. How hard is it to do that? Beat the same team three times and do it in just 3.5 weeks for that matter.
Yeah, no, it's extremely difficult. You know, what happens is there's a lot of tendencies that you know of the opposing team, things that worked well that you got beat on. Now the other teams are aware of it, so that third time is tough. It's just going to come down to toughness and grit.
Quinton Post has the last 8 Eagles points. He's at the line for an old-fashioned three-point play, and he completes it. 9 points in a row on the BC ledger belong to Post. The Eagles lead 16-13. They've made their last 5 field goals. Prince Aligbe checked in at the timeout. He's the first sub for Earl Grant. Zachary knocks it away from Bensley Joseph near midcourt. Loose ball grabbed by Post. Post pitches over to Madsen on the right wing. Dribbles to the foul line. Elevates for the jumper. It's short. Rebound tipped out of bounds. Who touched it last? Miami. Aligbe crashed the offensive boards and kept it alive off of Mason Madsen's jumper.
Yeah, that's great defense right there by Zachary. High hands, gets deflections, leads to turnovers.
Inbounds left corner. Madsen had the three-point shot blocked. Michael Nwoko, backup freshman big, blocked it. Miami rebounded it. Keyshawn George also in, a freshman. Now Poplar right wing for 3, short. Rebounded to the corner for Jaden Zachary as Wooga misses. And Zachary, long lob down the court, caught by Post right at the rim, didn't shoot. Instead, he backs his way in, goes up for a hook shot, and got it. Quinton Post has now scored 11 straight BC points. What a start. And BC up 18-13.
Yeah, that was a great advanced pass for Post. Caught it, was very comfortable, took his time. Easy layup.
Nwoko inside over Post. Missed the bank shot, did Michael Nwoko, and Post grabs a two-handed defensive rebound. 13:30 to go in the half. BC up by 5. Quinton Post right now a one-man wrecking crew. Prince Aligbe on the perimeter. Throws to the cutter. Zachary at the rim. Pump fakes. Goes up. Banked it in. Jaden Zachary from Aligbe. BC has scored 7 in a row, and they lead by 7, 20-13.
Yeah, right there, Jay-Z. Great backdoor cut, but had a presence of mind to do the shot flake because Poplar would have blocked that.
Boston College is 7 for its last 9 after starting only 1 of 5. Behind the three-point line, left wing Matthew Cleveland, guarded by Aligbe. Bounce pass over to Joseph. On the right wing, Joseph into the right corner. Poplar for 3, blocked. Zachary got a piece of it. It's an air ball and a rebound by Aligbe. Boy, BC's defense is picked up. 12:50 to go on a running clock. They're up by 7. Post over to Madsen behind the three-point line on the right wing. Harassed by the freshman Keyshawn George. Pass to the top for Zachary. Jaden already with 6. Zachary driving to the basket again. Hop step, had it knocked out of his hands, but with a foul. Foul against Miami. I think he was in the act of shooting. Let's see what Ted Valentine says. No, he says it was not up for a shot. What'd you think?
I'm just happy they called the foul. But I thought he was in the motion of shooting right there. But he was going up, but, you know, that's TV Teddy. Got to listen to him.
Boston College inbounds with a 20-second shot clock. Miami bringing in freshman Paul Jobé, a man originally out of France who had a couple of good games off the bench in the regular season against BC. Omir is back in as well. Donald Hand Jr. checks in for the Eagles. He'll be their second sub. Post takes it in against Nwoko, spins left. What a move, and he banked it in from the left block. Quentin Post put him in a spin cycle. The Eagles with a 9-0 run. They lead 22-13. Timeout Miami. 12:21 to go in the opening half. And this is the Quentin Post that made himself an all-ACC performer.
No, he did. And that was great presence of QP getting down low, knowing that he didn't have Omir on him, and getting there using his left. But how about the Eagles finding QP early and often? Usually when he gets hot, they get away from him. But they're really riding him right now in this first half.
He's got 13 of BC's 22. This will a little early become a media timeout. 12:21 to go in the half. And Boston College with a 9-0 run to lead 22-13. You're listening to the ACC tournament on the Boston College Sports Network from Learfield.
State Electric's commitment to client satisfaction and excellence drives them to deliver best-in-class electrical contracting services on time and on budget. With more than 30 years' experience executing the most challenging and complex commercial, utility-power, rail transit, and low-voltage systems projects throughout the Boston area, State Electric gives their clients the peace of mind that they will deliver proven experience and powerful performance on every job. Let's go Eagles and light up the competition.
For Boston.
We sing our proud refrain.
This is the Boston College Sports Network from Learfield.
Great Hill Dental is the premier dental group in the Boston area. Winners of Boston Magazine Top Dentist 5 years in a row. The dentists of Great Hill Dental are the best in their field, caring for patients of all ages. Great Hill Dental provides a whole health dentistry approach, with all specialists on staff providing coordinated care in one location. Visit Great Hill Dental in Boston, Somerville, Braintree, Peabody, or Chelmsford and schedule an appointment today. Online at greathilldental.com.
Progressive presents Renter's MVP's Most Valuable Possessions. Today's MVP, Emily Neal's 70-inch TV. Because after watching her second-grade students yell at each other for hours, there's nothing Emily enjoys more than watching super-rich housewives also yell at each other. Why? Because those women are not her responsibility. And that's why her TV is today's MVP. Keep your most valuable possessions protected by bundling your renters and auto insurance with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Boston College up by 9. Almost 8 minutes into the first half here at the ACC tournament over Miami. Eagles fans looking for the best game day snack. For a snack that soars above the rest, pick up Eastern Standard Provisions Gourmet Soft Pretzels, the official soft pretzel of BC Athletics. Find them in the concessions at Conti, at Whole Foods Market in the freezer aisle, or at esprovisions.com. Let me tell you that Friends of the Heights is the NIL collective supporting BC student athletes with name, image, and likeness opportunities. Become a member and get autographed swag, access to exclusive events, and more. Visit friendsoftheheights.com today to become a member or to make a donation. All right, Danier, starts haven't been BC's thing for a lot of this year. Good ones anyway, but they had a good one at Louisville Saturday and a good one here tonight thus far.
No, they have. I mean, the first minute and a half came out, as expected, played hard. Miami made some shots, but they didn't waver, and they stuck to their game plan. And once they turned up the defense, it's been all BC. Right now, shooting 60% from the field goal, and Miami holding Miami to 36%.
It'll be Miami to inbound it with 12:21 to go from their front court. They did dribble across before they called timeout. Keyshawn George, who's out of Switzerland, one of the more highly touted freshmen coming into the season in the ACC, had an up-and-down year. He's an NBA prospect. Nwoko, the backup big man, fellow freshman in with him. Pack off the inbounds. Finds a cutter. Omir to the basket. Post defended. Shot hit only backboard. And a rebound by Zachary for the Eagles. Here comes Jaden. Jim Larinaga was sure that Omir got fouled. In fact, I think he was too.
Yeah, he got away with one there. Larinaga letting him know about it.
Zachary moving to the basket. Throws it across the court of League Bay. One more to Madsen. Left wing three. Madsen is good. Great ball movement. Madsen hits his second three. BC a 12-0 run early. They lead at 25-13.
Yeah, and that's maturity right there by Prince. He would have shot that a couple of weeks ago.
Boy, Pack is tied up on the floor. The arrow will keep it with Miami as BC almost stole it from him, Danier. 20 on the shot clock. Go ahead about Prince.
Yeah, no, just making that extra pass. He had a wide open shot, but he said, you know what, Mason, you're shooting about 35% from threes, almost 40. I'm going to give that one to you.
And remember, Madsen hit 11 combined three-pointers in the 2 regular season wins against Miami. It's something about seeing that green that have his eyes go wide as saucers.
Yeah, I know the other kind of green makes my eyes go wide. Cha-ching.
I got you. George out of the right corner for 3. No good. It's strong. Rebound Madsen. He tipped it to himself. Eagles leading 25-13. They get another stop as Keyshawn George, who can shoot from out there. The big guy missed. 11:20 to go in a running first half clock. Zachary's at the top of the key. BC's made 9 of its last 11 shots. Post is in the mid post here. Faces up on Omir. Took him to the baseline. Fought it up. Got fouled by Omir. Shot never got to the rim, but QP will get 2 free throws. And now Boston College can go up by 14. First foul on Omir.
Yeah, and right there, they are going to QP. Running great plays, and I got to tell you, they're running some sets that I haven't seen all year right there. Where QP just had a quick duck in.
Already 13 points for Quinton Post. First free throw is good. Boy, they just changed it. That's the second foul on Omir, Danier.
Oh.
They had it wrong at first on our stat sheet. He's got 2 fouls, and that is the most important player on Miami.
Wow, that is huge.
One more coming up for Post. He got it 15 points in the first not even 9 minutes of the game, and Quinton's going out. His backup, Armani Mighty, will replace him. A well-deserved rest here for Mr. Post. A 14-0 run for the Eagles. They lead 27-13 as he goes out. He has been just incredible. On a drive around Madsen goes Pack. His knee looked good. He got a good step and got hit. He's going up for the shot, and it'll be 2 free throws for Nigel Pack. Eagles are saying that foul occurred before he was in the act of shooting. Donald Hand Jr. is the one who picked it up, but Tommy Morrissey, the ref, says, nope, 2 shots for Nigel Pack with 11:01 to go in the half, trailing by 14.
Yeah, I'm looking at Miami right now with Pack having, with Omir having those 2 fouls as Pack makes the first free throw. Looks like they're going to zone up. They're all talking right now where they're going to go. So the Eagles right now have to be aware that it's going to be zone against them.
First free throw good for Pack. Hit a 3-pointer earlier, so he's got 4 points. Misses the second. Armani Mighty gets the defensive rebound for BC. 11 minutes to go in the half. They lead 27-14. Just had that 14-point run snapped. With the 1 free throw, Miami is in the zone. Jaden Zachary, 45 feet from the basket. To the mid-post, Armani Mighty, who's played well in place of Quinton Post the last couple games. Now Hand Jr. Catch and shot from Mighty, and he hits a right-wing 3. Everything going BC's way. Donald Hand hits his first shot. 30-14. Driving in is Omir, who stayed in with the 2 fouls. He got right to the basket, banked it in. It was a little easier with that. Quinton Post protecting the rim, and Omir makes it 30-16 with 10:25 to go.
Yeah, you can't stop Omir. You only could hope to contain him. Right there, he just split the defense and used his body, and they were just bouncing off of him.
Here's the 3 by Madsen, left wing. It rattled halfway in and popped out and rebounded by Omir. Back up the Hurricanes, trailing by 14. The trailer, Keyshawn George, right wing 3. That's short, and it's rebounded by Donald Hand Jr. for the Eagles. Good look, but George couldn't hit it. Jaden Zachary slowly walks it across the midcourt stripe. Boston College has just been fantastic offensively. 5 of 10 from 3-point range, even after that last miss by Madsen. Madsen on the right wing behind the 3-point line. Mighty gets it at the top of the key. Armani pitches over to Madsen. Shot clock to 5. He'll drive to the baseline. Fadeaway jumper, way short. Madsen just grazed the front of the rim. Rebound Matthew Cleveland. Up ahead comes Omir. Omir, hop step, goes to the rim, put it up, no good, but they call a late foul on BC. As Omir missed the shot after it had already clanged off the rim, the official said foul. And 2 free throws for Nordchad with his team trailing 30-16.
Yeah, right there. That was a tough one. Jay-Z was trying to just get out of his way. But again, when you hit Omir, you just bounce. But it looked like it definitely was a travel. Looking at the replay.
It's good. Norchad O'Meara has got 7 points. He's the one that's keeping Miami afloat. Prince Aligbe going to the bench for BC. Devin McLaughton's back in. Second free throw. Good. 2 for 2 for O'Meara. So it's 30-18. Miami has the last 4 points in this game. And all of them from O'Meara. Donald Hand Jr. to left wing Claudel Harris Jr., who's yet to score. Harris throws it right wing Zachary. Zachary's foul, by the way, was his first. Shot clock to 12. Mighty a screen. Zachary left-handed dribble at it. Taken away by Bensley Joseph, who breaks the other way. Joseph going to the rim. Fouled. Going up. Harris got his hand across his arm to prevent the layup. He'll make Bensley earn it at the stripe. Off the turnover there by Zachary. 9:02 to go in the half. Miami getting some momentum. Trailing by 12. And here comes Quinton Post right back to the scorer's table.
Yeah, it's a good point that KO made. O'Meara has 2 fouls, and he takes QP out. Obviously, he needs a little rest, but get him back in there. Now O'Meara has 2 fouls. QP can eat all day.
Post in for Mighty. First free throw is good. So Miami with the last 5 points in this game. Second one, rattled in, popped out. 1 for 2 for Bensley Joseph. Claudel Harris Jr. gets the rebound. It's 30-19 BC. Remember, they trailed 5-0 early. Eagles bring it up to the front court with a rested QP back on the front line. Zachary driving to the basket. Zachary pivots in the lane, goes up, banks it in. Jaden Zachary is perfect, 4 for 4. Boy, the C just keeps parting for him, Danier. It's 32-19 BC.
It is. He heard you saying that. He only had 5 for 17.
Right corner 3 by Pack. Good. He got around Claudel Harris. And Nigel Pack fired and hit his second 3. He's looked good. 2 for 2 from long range. It's 32-22. 8:30 to go in the half. Miami's cutting into the deficit that had grown to 16 a few moments ago. Quinton Post at the top of the key. No dribble here. Gets help from Zachary. Backing down his defender, Pack. Back to his left. Cross the court to pass to Harris. Catch and shot right wing 3. Harris around and out. And then we're going to have a foul against Quinton Post. A push in the back of O'Meara. That'll be Quinton's first. And I give it back to Miami with 8:04 on the clock. Trailing by 10.
Yeah, right there. I didn't see a lot of contact. But Teddy said that QP pushed a little too hard in the back. It's hard to move O'Meara. Hard to believe that, QP moved him out the way. But probably a little acting there by O'Meara.
It's an 8-2 run for the Hurricanes. They've got it back. Keyshawn George back to the top. Pack. Catch and shot 3 short. Front rim, but a long rebound out to O'Meara. Fresh 20. They kick it back. Joseph drives to the basket. He missed it. Rebound tip right back to O'Meara. He missed again. They missed 3 times. Twice by O'Meara, and finally Devin McLaughlin gets a defensive rebound. Here come the Eagles up by 10. Madsen to the trailer, Quinton Post. Post driving on O'Meara, spinning back right. Lobs it for McLaughlin, right back to QP in the lane, and he's fouled. Shot no good. Back rim. Good pass by McLaughlin to Quinton Post. And he'll get 2 free throws when we come back. 32-22 BC.
Yeah, I love that. Big on big crime, passing interior there. Devin being unselfish, getting it back to QP, and QP now going to get 2 free throws to try to get his 16th and 17th point of the first half.
He has been just about perfect here in the opening half from Washington, D.C. Boston College leading Miami 32-22. 7:33 to go before halftime. This is the ACC tournament on the Boston College Sports Network from Learfield.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Be sure to visit Apex Entertainment in Marlboro, located right off Route 495. Apex is the largest family entertainment center in New England. It has over 100,000 square feet of pure fun. You can enjoy over 30 lanes of bowling, including Candlepin, a multi-level go-kart track, Apex Kids, sports simulators, bumper cars, laser tag, mini golf, ropes course, and arcade. Also, don't forget about their chef-inspired menu in the Pit Stop Tavern with over 65 gluten-free items. Apex Entertainment, where perfect weather is always guaranteed. Go Eagles!
Guys, we work hard and play even harder. That's why Hadjars believes that you should feel your best all the time. From casual wear to the perfect tailored suit for all the big and tall guys out there. Do yourself a favor and dress like the Eagles do on game day. Get to Hadjars, where they have been delivering confidence to the better-than-average man for the past 50 years. Visit Hadjars showrooms in Quincy or Burlington, or go to big-tall.com for more information. That's big-tall.com. Go BC!
Eagles fans, next time you're in the mood for chef-inspired dishes, signature cocktails, and a wide selection of local craft beers, look no further than Blue on Highland in Needham Heights. Your favorite food is just a click away. Visit blueonhighland.com to make your reservation. Back in D.C., BC, the 11 seed, leading the 14 seed Miami by 10, 32-22, and Quinton Post going to the foul line here with 7:33 to go in the opening half. Take a look at the ACC postseason accolades. You had Quinton Post, as we talked about, be named to the second team all-conference and the all-defensive team. The number 1 seed is UNC, and they had both the player of the year in the conference and the coach of the year. R.J. Davis, player of the year. Hubert Davis, no relation, of course. Coach of the year. Do you have any problem with the player of the year and the coach of the year going to a Tar Heel?
Always. I mean, it was deserved. They deserved it, but I always got a problem with that. No, they deserve it. It was a great season for both of them.
Meanwhile, Marcus Burton of Notre Dame, which had a big win today to get into the second round for Micah Shrewsbury. They had the rookie of the year in Marcus Burton, and he was well-deserved to get that. There were some really talented freshmen, though, in the conference this year. Jared McCain of Duke, one of their best players for a team that's going to have a high seed in the NCAA tournament. Dongo of Georgia Tech, Bob Carrington of Pitt. But Marcus Burton was the freshman of the year. Quinton Post at the line for 2, and the first is good. That is point number 16. BC leading by 11. One more coming up for QP. He bends and shoots and hits nothing but cotton. 2 for 2, 34-22 Eagles. Told you in the regular season he averaged 21 points against Miami in the 2 games. He's almost there in the first half. Donald Hand guarding Keyshawn George. Now to the left wing, Nigel Pack. Pack guarded by Claudell Harris. Trying to cross him over. Pack driving on Harris. Getting inside the paint. Pivoting without his dribble. Shot blocked by Post. And Post blocked it right to Donald Hand Jr. Hand to Madsen. Right wing for 3. It's short. Front rim missed by Mason. Rebounded by Nigel Pack. Miami trails by 12, and Pack brings it up to Bensley Joseph, left wing 3. Front rim missed by Bensley, but Keyshawn George out-muscles Quinton Post for an offensive rebound and resets. 34-22, 7 minutes to go in the first half. Bensley Joseph now. Joseph on the drive. Pass tipped by Post. Post stole it. McLaughlin grabbed it. McLaughlin then almost gave it away, but saves it for Mason Madsen after a steal by Post. He'll take a 3 top of the key, and it's halfway in, but pops out. Rebounded here by Miami's Keyshawn George. George up to Cleveland on the right wing. Pump fakes on a 3. Cleveland inside the arc for 2. Back rim miss. Offensive rebound O'Meara, though, and a fresh 20. He'll reset out to Pack. 6:30 to go in the half. Down by 12, Pack driving on Donald Ham to the rim. Body control, and Pack got there and banked it in. What a shot. Boy, his knee looks fine, and it's now 34-24.
Yeah, you're right there. He took Donald Hand Jr. to the rim. You figure Hand had the advantage, 6'5", probably over 6 feet. But Pack just had determination right there and willed that basket in.
He's got the last 5 for Miami, approaching 6 minutes to go in the half. Post across the court to Hand on the left wing. Pump fakes a 3, drives to the basket. Got there, but he missed the layup. Rebound tipped by McLaughlin and grabbed by Quinton Post. Eagles get a fresh 20. Post, baseball pass to Madsen. Catch and shot 3 at the top, off the side rim. But it's saved by Hand. Another offensive rebound in the corner. Devin McLaughlin got pushed in the back and fouled. So the Eagles giving Miami a dose of their own medicine with 2 offensive boards. That is non-shooting. 5 fouls against the Hurricanes as a team this half.
That is, I mean, BC's had a lot of opportunities to put the dagger into them, with those missed shots. Good shots, but right now I think they need to take it out, run some more clock off, and then get those. They can still get those same shots they're getting with 6 seconds on the shot clock than with 20.
Boston College 1 for its last 8 from the field. They lead it by 10. Pass Zachary to post. Right baseline jumper, air ball. Fourth chance. Rebound McLaughlin. But then McLaughlin dipped his shoulder and is called for an offensive foul as he knocked over the backup guard, Ja'Kai Robinson. Wow, BC missed 3 shots on that possession. Quinn Post just had a wide open baseline jumper. And he shot it over the rim, Daniel.
He did. That's the easiest shot he had all evening. Went way over the rim, but right there, Devin did a good job getting the rebound. Didn't know you could call a foul with the guys in the restricted area charge.
Hensley Joseph probing the paint, goes up inside. Floater is up and good for Joseph, and it's an 8-point game. A 16-point BC lead has been cut in half. 5:25 to go. Zachary across midcourt, falling down. Gets it back, throws a pass that's stolen. Omir stole it, goes to the basket. Post got back defended, and Omir missed. And Quentin Post gets a defensive rebound. Great hustle by Quentin to get back after Zachary's turnover.
That was tremendous hustle right there. How about him being vertical, keeping his hands up?
Inside, McLaughlin throws it up to the top. Harris, wide open catch and shot. 3 is good. Claudell's first basket in the ACC tournament is a 3. McLaughlin found him, and a big shot makes it 37-26 BC.
Yeah, that was good ball movement right there. Finding MJ wide open.
3 to answer. Cleveland, right wing miss, back rim, and a rebound by Jaden Zachary. Here come the Eagles. They lead it by 11. Harris from Zachary, right wing 3 again, front rim. Rebound tipped up and in by McLaughlin with a right hand off the window. Devin had the inside position. So McLaughlin's first basket makes it 5 in a row for BC. They lead 39-26 with 4.5 minutes to go. Keyshawn George to the foul line, leans in over Madsen. Jumper is good. A smooth move by the freshman out of Switzerland, Keyshawn George. Make it 39-28 with 4:10 on the clock.
Yeah, that was real smooth right there. You called it. He's a pro prospect. That tall, being a point guard, got in the lane, ball fake, and hit the floater.
Post had an entry pass knocked away, thrown by Madsen. Madsen turned it over. Steal by Cleveland. Cleveland brings it up to the trailer. Omir, now Joseph left wing. Pump fakes, knocks over Zachary, no call. And now it's up to Omir for 3 at the top. Side rim miss. The rebound is tracked down by Quinton Post in the corner. Well, they almost got a charge. That didn't come, but Omir missed the 3 anyway. Eagles have it with 3:35 to go on a running clock, leading 39-28. Post from Zachary, left wing 3, a little bit short. Quinton missed, and a rebound by Bensley Joseph. Here come the Hurricanes up to Cleveland, trailing by 11. Cleveland at the foul line, elevates the jumper, way off. Post got a hand in his face, and a rebound by Mason Madsen for BC.
Yeah, and even though they're good shots, you don't want to get into a track race with Miami. That's what Miami wants, more possessions up and down. BC needs to slow it down, grind it out, and play their ball.
Post throws it over to Harris on the right wing. Quinton sets a screen and rolls, gets the pass. Post one more to McLaughlin, cutting through at the rim, and he banked it in. Great extra pass by Quinton Post. He's doing everything. McLaughlin the last 4 for the Eagles. They lead 41-28.
And right on cue, it's like they heard me. Play their ball. Slow it down, make the extra passes, make Miami play defense.
Ja'Kai Robinson against Claudell Harris. Crossed him over, got to the basket, scoop layup, no good, and Post tips the rebound out. Grabbed by Devin McLaughlin on the perimeter. Ja'Kai Robinson, everything but the finish. Eagles up by 13, 2:30 to go on a running first half clock. Couple minutes between whistles here. These players are sucking wind. McLaughlin has the last 2 baskets. Hands for Madsen, dribbles to his left, picks up the bounce, throws a pass that got stolen by Matthew Cleveland. Looking for Harris was Madsen, but he turned it over. Cleveland brings it back. All the way to the rim. Cleveland got there and he banked it in to make it 41-30. Matthew Cleveland only his 2nd basket. We played almost 3 minutes between whistles here. Earl Grant might want to think about a timeout.
And he's going to use it.
Yep, you got to use it or lose it in the first half, and he'll call it here with 2 minutes on the clock. And it's a 41-30 BC lead. We will take it with the teams and come back to Washington, D.C. to complete the first half. After this, BC up 11 on the Boston College Sports Network from Learfield.
Boston College 1992 alum Matt McGovern is the proud owner of the McGovern Auto Group, Boston's fastest growing family of car dealerships. Matt is proud to serve BC, its students, alumni, and their families, with 22 dealerships across the Boston Metro and over 5,000 vehicles to choose from. Don't settle for a new vehicle from just anyone. Join your fellow Eagles Matt McGovern, Mark Walker, and Tom Kilgariff at McGovern Auto Group. Visit them online at McGovernAuto.com. Go Eagles!
Here, the Eagles soar. This is the Boston College Sports Network from Learfield.
for the perfect place to stay while you explore all that Boston has to offer? Look no further than the Homewood Suites Brookline. At the Homewood Suites Brookline, we offer spacious and comfortable suites, ideal for families and students visiting Boston College. Enjoy our complimentary hot breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and our relaxing pool and fitness center. Make your Boston College experience memorable at the Homewood Suites Brookline. Book your suite today and experience the warmth of home away from home. Visit bostonbrookline.homewoodsuites.com. Homewood Suites Brookline, your Boston College destination.
Life is full of choices. How to manage your time, your energy, and even your money. But what if you were given the chance to stop and get rewarded for the way you want to bank? That's the power of Evolve Rewards Checking from the Village Bank. Rewarding banking for the way you choose to live. Visit village-bank.com and evolve today. The Village Bank. Member FDIC. Member DIF.
Boston College leading 41-30 with exactly 2 minutes to go before halftime here in Washington, D.C. It's the ACC Tournament first round. It's a new season at Kohl's. With everyday styles at great prices, you can get more of what you want for less. Find go-tos for going everywhere and perfect picks for your home. Shop Kohl's and Kohls.com today. Josh and Danier back with you. Coming up on the Village Bank halftime report, Colin Wood takes over from the Learfield studio to catch you up on all the action on Championship Week Tuesday, including the first two games that have completed in the first round of this ACC tournament. The winner of this game advances into the second round. They'll play the final game tomorrow night at 9 o'clock against the 6th seed Clemson. The Tigers currently projected as a number 6 seed in the NCAA tournament by bracketologist Joe Lunardi. And if BC can hold on, they would take on Clemson tomorrow, but first things first. Danier, how about this? BC went a long time without having a halftime lead before they led at Louisville on Saturday in the regular season finale. They've still only led twice in their last 18 games at halftime, but today it looks like they're going to have a halftime lead again. Could be 2 in a row.
Looks like it. It'd be a good thing for the Eagles.
They get it inbounds out of their timeout against the Miami zone. Madsen top of the key. Left wing Harris rises up. Three-pointer good. Right down the hatch for Claudell Harris, his second three. And the Eagles lead 44-30.
Yeah, that was a big one. They needed that. Right now they got to get about 2 stops in a row to keep that lead at like 12 or 14 going into the half.
On the right wing, George. His three-pointer rimmed out. Keyshawn George missed. Rebounded by Claudell Harris Jr. for the Eagles. If they get a 2-point basket, all of a sudden they match their largest lead. Miami had cut it to 8. But it's a 10-4 stretch in which Claudell's hit a couple of triples. Claudell top of the key. Quinton Post sets a screen. Now left wing, Jaden Zachary back to the top for Quinton Post. One-on-one against the freshman Nwoko. Pitches to Harris. Dribbles left. Releases another three. Front rim miss from the top. And it's knocked out of bounds by Devin McLaughlin after Matthew Cleveland had gotten a defensive rebound for Miami. Little heat check there for Claudell Harris Jr., who's 2 for 6 from three-point range.
Yeah, right there. That was just a heat check. He just hit one. Thought he could have dropped that pocket pass to QP rolling. But, you know, I get it. When you're feeling it, you feel it.
Final minute of the half. 44-30 BC by 14. Nigel Pack harassed by Jaden Zachary by the big logo for the ACC tournament at midcourt. Got it off. Keyshawn George, now Bensley Joseph. Pack gets it left wing. A screen by Nwoko. Switched onto by Quinton Post is Pack. Pack gave it up though. Joseph right back to Pack at the top. 5 to shoot. Drove around Post to the basket and he finished off the window with a right hand. What a shot by Pack. 44-32 BC. Jaden Zachary brings it across midcourt. The game clock and shot clocks are virtually identical, 22 seconds on each. So the Eagles essentially can hold for the final shot of the half if they so choose. That looks like exactly what they'll do.
They should. I was going to say, you right on with that. They better hold it for the last.
Going to be Claudell Harris, ball in his hands out near midcourt. He'll throw to the left corner. Zachary catch and shot three. Zachary, yes! 5 seconds left in the half. BC by 15. Midcourt heave. Pack is short. 3 games in a row, BC hit a three-pointer right before the first half buzzer. And this time it's Jaden Zachary. He was 5 for 5 in the half, 11 points. And Boston College is up 47-32 over Miami at halftime.
Wow, bingo, bango. Big corner shot right there. Miami, what are you doing? You just can't leave Jay-Z wide open like that. I know you're expecting a double high screen, but great pass by Claudel to find Jay-Z sleeping in the corner for that easy three.
After Miami had cut it down to 8 with just over 5 minutes left, Boston College ends the half on a 13-6 run. That included 3-pointers from Claudel Harris, 2 of them, and Jaden Zachary. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Boston College basketball from Learfield. Coming up next, to the studio we go with Colin Wood and the scores. Boston College, the 11 seed, leading Miami, the 14 seed, by 15, 47-32 at the intermission. This is the ACC tournament on the Boston College Sports Network from Learfield.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Mass General Brigham Sports Medicine. Personalized sports medicine care driven by research and determination. Top specialists who understand your athletic dreams, goals, and the need to get back to them. Together, we'll write your comeback story. Mass General Brigham Sports Medicine. Call 877-SPORT-01 to start your comeback story today.
From the ACC to the Bean Pot, this is the Boston College Sports Network from Learfield.
Great Hill Dental is the premier dental group in the Boston area. Winners of Boston Magazine Top Dentist 5 years in a row. The dentists of Great Hill Dental are the best in their field, caring for patients of all ages. Great Hill Dental provides a whole health dentistry approach, with all specialists on staff providing coordinated care in one location. Visit Great Hill Dental in Boston, Somerville, Braintree, Peabody, or Chelmsford and schedule an appointment today. Online at greathilldental.com.
College sports fans now have access to hundreds of weekly podcasts that zero in on the college sports world. Now available in the Varsity Podcast Network and part of the new Varsity app. The app is free and available from wherever you get your favorite apps. Download the Varsity app today to have access to hundreds of national podcasts as well as your favorite team-focused podcasts. The Varsity Podcast Network, now available for free on the Varsity app. Download from the App Store and listen today.
20 minutes are in the books. Welcome to the Village Bank Halftime Show, brought to you by Village Bank. Your village, your bank. The Village Bank Halftime Show begins now.
How about this start from Boston College? QP has 17 points to lead the way, and it's BC 47, Miami 32. The halftime report is brought to you by Village Bank. With a proud history spanning more than a century, the Village Bank is now the only remaining mutual community bank headquartered in Newton. Village Bank, your village, your bank. It's Colin Wood back inside the Learfield Network studios. Let's recap the first round of the ACC tournament earlier today. And the day at Capital One Arena tipped off with Georgia Tech and Notre Dame in the 12-13 matchup. Notre Dame would hang on 84-80 with clutch free throws down the stretch, and it was Braden Shrewsbury and Marcus Burton who led the attack with 23 and 21 for the Irish. Meanwhile, in the middle game, this one featured NC State and Louisville. It was tied at 75 with just under 5 to play, but the Wolfpack would go on a tear.
White's going to drive the lane, lays it up, missed the shot off the back iron, and O'Connell rebounds. He quickly gets it into the front court to Taylor. Taylor the basket, layup good. That should seal it.
And that's Gary Hahn from Learfield on the call. The Pack advanced past the Cards 94-85. We preview the second round matchups tomorrow starting at noon with Florida State and Virginia Tech. Afterwards, at 2:30, it's Notre Dame taking on Wake Forest. Later on in the day, NC State battles Syracuse at 7. And then the winner in round 3 of the Eagles and Canes will wrap up the night against Clemson. And remember, BC fell to the Tigers from Little John back in early January, 89-78. We'll step aside for a break and take a look at some of the action elsewhere today as 5 more conference titles are up for grabs. Eagles 47, Canes 32. More after this. You're listening to Boston College Basketball from Learfield.
State Electric's commitment to client satisfaction and excellence drives them to deliver best-in-class electrical contracting services on time and on budget. With more than 30 years' experience executing the most challenging and complex commercial, utility power, rail transit, and low-voltage systems projects throughout the Boston area, State Electric gives their clients the peace of mind that they will deliver proven experience and powerful performance on every job. Let's go Eagles and light up the competition.
Guys, we work hard and play even harder. That's why Hadjars believes that you should feel your best all the time. From casual wear to the perfect tailored suit for all the big and tall guys out there. Do yourself a favor and dress like the Eagles do on game day. Get to Hadjars, where they have been delivering confidence to the better-than-average man for the past 50 years. Visit Hadjars showrooms in Quincy or Burlington, or go to big-tall.com for more information. That's big-tall.com. Go BC!
The maroon and gold live here. This is the Boston College Sports Network from Learfield.
Be sure to visit Apex Entertainment in Marlboro, located right off Route 495. Apex is the largest family entertainment center in New England. It has over 100,000 square feet of pure fun. You can enjoy over 30 lanes of bowling, including Candlepin, a multi-level go-kart track, Apex Kids, sports simulators, bumper cars, laser tag, mini golf, ropes course, and arcade. Also, don't forget about their chef-inspired menu in the Pit Stop Tavern with over 65 gluten-free items. Apex Entertainment, where perfect weather is always guaranteed. Go Eagles!
Whether you're playing for fun or playing for keeps at the Massachusetts State Lottery, it means so much more than just money for you, cause we've been giving back since 72. Your wallet explodes while we're plowing the roads, and we're building schools while you're buying a pool. So try your lucky numbers, you can see for yourself. Everyone's a winner in the Commonwealth. Everyone's a winner in the Commonwealth.
Eagles shot 50% from the field in the first 20, BC 47, Miami 32 at the break. Colin Wood from Studio 3 here as we continue the Village Bank halftime report, and let's take a look around the country to see who is in the process of punching their ticket. Alongside us in the Colonial Athletic Final, Stony Brook leads top-seeded Charleston 40-35 at the intermission. Coming up at 9 from Las Vegas, the only ranked teams on the hardwood tonight, number 17 Gonzaga and 21st rated St. Mary's in the West Coast Conference title affair. This has been the heavyweight matchup in recent years, 11 meetings since 2004, but the Zags have cut down the nets in 8 of those times. And the last championship game of the night for the Summit League, South Dakota State and Denver U will go at it from Sioux Falls. Still to come, we'll get you a few highlights, and then the second half is next from Capital One Arena. Eagles 47, Hurricanes 32 now is tonight. The start of a run here for the guys in D.C.? Stick around and find out on the Boston College Sports Network from Learfield.
Mass General Brigham Sports Medicine. Personalized sports medicine care driven by research and determination. Top specialists who understand your athletic dreams, goals, and the need to get back to them. Together, we'll write your comeback story. Mass General Brigham Sports Medicine. Call 877-SPORT-01 to start your comeback story today.
The tradition, the rivalries. SiriusXM is your destination for all things college sports, and we've got you covered. On ACC Radio, there is complete coverage of every school in the conference, including live games, plus 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along on the SiriusXM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now you can get 3 months of SiriusXM free. Subscribe now. See offer details at SiriusXM.com/ACC Sports.
your home for the Eagles. This is the Boston College Sports Network from Learfield.
This is Karen's experience.
I looked at houses for over a year, but only had a weekend to lock in an offer.
At Cambridge Savings Bank, we know your home buying experience will be unique, which is why our dedicated mortgage loan experts work closely to understand you on a personal level, giving you the support and confidence to make smart decisions fast, especially on weekends. See how Cambridge Savings Bank can help you get home at cambridgesavings.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 543370.
Progressive presents Renters MVP's Most Valuable Possessions. Today's MVP, Joe Fallon's bedroom mini fridge. Sure, this pint-sized chiller's max capacity is 3 soda cans, but what it lacks in stature, it makes up in cooling strength. Each beverage a perfect 37 degrees every time. And the 2 feet Joe walks to get a drink, priceless. That's why his mini fridge is today's MVP. Keep your most valuable possessions protected by bundling your renters and auto insurance with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Post takes it in against Nwoke, spins left. What a move, and he banked it in from the left block. Quentin Post put him in a spin cycle. The Eagles with a 9-0 run. They lead 22-13. Timeout Miami. 12:21 to go in the opening half. And this is the Quentin Post that made himself an All-ACC performer. At that point, he had scored 13 of 15 BC points in a massive run that would put him up 16 points about midway through the first half. Miami would then cut that in half. It was an 8-point game with just over 5 minutes to go, but BC hit 3 more late threes, including this one right before the buzzer. 5 seconds left in the half. BC by 15. Midcourt heave. Pack is short. 3 games in a row, BC hit a 3-pointer right before the first half buzzer. And this time it's Jaden Zachary. It was Jay-Z. Hit the shot, and Boston College leads 47-32 as we get ready for the second half. The Eagles 20 minutes away from advancing to the second round of the conference tournament for the 3rd straight season. We'll come back with the final 20 minutes beginning after this. You're listening to the ACC tournament on the BC Sports Network from Learfield.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Great Hill Dental is the premier dental group in the Boston area. Winners of Boston Magazine Top Dentist 5 years in a row. The dentists of Great Hill Dental are the best in their field, caring for patients of all ages. Great Hill Dental provides a whole health dentistry approach, with all specialists on staff providing coordinated care in one location. Visit Great Hill Dental in Boston, Somerville, Braintree, Peabody, or Chelmsford and schedule an appointment today. Online at greathilldental.com.
Whether it's a Hail Mary or the Frozen Four, this is the Boston College Sports Network from Learfield.
Guys, we work hard and play even harder. That's why Hadjars believes that you should feel your best all the time. From casual wear to the perfect tailored suit for all the big and tall guys out there. Do yourself a favor and dress like the Eagles do on game day. Get to Hadjars, where they have been delivering confidence to the better-than-average man for the past 50 years. Visit Hadjars showrooms in Quincy or Burlington, or go to big-tall.com for more information. That's big-tall.com. Go BC!
Hey there, basketball fans. Looking for the ultimate stay to match your game day excitement? Look no further than the Hilton Garden Inn right here in the heart of Brookline. Whether you're cheering for the home team or visiting from out of town, Hilton Garden Inn offers you the perfect slam dunk of comfort and convenience. Spacious rooms, modern amenities, and a location that's a stone's throw away from the action at Boston College basketball games. Make the most of your Boston basketball experience with the Hilton Garden Inn Brookline. Visit bostonbrookline.hgi.com to book your stay today and get ready to elevate your game day.
copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Boston College. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of Boston College and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by Boston College.
Boston College 20 minutes away from getting into the second round of the ACC tournament for a third straight year. They lead the 14 seed Miami, and they lead them by 15, 47-32, as we are set to start the second half at Capital One Arena in D.C. BC, the 11 seed coming in, but winners of 2 in a row. They beat Miami twice in 3.5 weeks to end the regular season, trying to beat them for a third time here. Danye Abrams alongside. I'm Josh Maurer. Danye, what went so well for BC in your estimation in the first half?
I mean, you know, as far as the offense, it was awesome, but you got to tip your hat to BC's defense. They played tremendous defense, holding Miami to 33%, you know, and 4 for 16 from threes. Miami loves to shoot the three ball at a high clip, and BC defended it well.
It'll be the Eagles in the home white as the designated home team. They inbound it, second half underway. Claudel Harris at the top, threw a lob inside, intended for McLaughlin, knocked away and stolen by Wooga Poplar. Down the court, Joseph to Pack for a left wing three, short, bounces off, but it's tipped up and in by Matthew Cleveland. BC turned it over on the opening possession. Nigel Pack, back from injury tonight, missed a three, but Cleveland makes it 47-34. Miami gets the first 2 of the half. A drive by Zachary into the paint. Elevate, short jumper is good. About an 8-footer for Jaden, who is still perfect. 6 for 6, 13 points. 49-34 BC. Man, he's been great.
He has, and we knew it was going to come out because he's been playing just average basketball.
Pack with a floater that's no good, but O'Meara the offensive rebound and kick out Joseph right back into north side. O'Meara right-handed hook is good in the lane over post. Well, both possessions to start the second half. Miami's gotten a second chance basket. They're within 49-36. 1 minute in.
Yep, and you know they're going to come out firing, trying to get back into this game. It's do or die right now for Miami.
Foul line jumper, McLaughlin got it, facing up and hitting a 17-footer. Devin let him have it. He said, why not shoot? 51-36 BC. Back to the halftime lead. 18:40 to go. Here's Pack on a pick and roll going to O'Meara, going right at post. Left-handed bank shot, good by O'Meara. So now Norchad has scored 4 straight. It's 51-38. 90 seconds into the second half. O'Meara has been very good. The second team All-ACC selection. Madsen on the right wing, behind the back dribble, back to the top, McLaughlin. And now pitches a handoff onto the left wing to Jaden Zachary. Mid-post, Quinton post. Lob inside McLaughlin. Right at the rim, caught it. Devin banked it in. Devin McLaughlin with 4 in a row for the Eagles, and they're up 15, 53-38, 2 minutes into the half.
And that's great recognition right there by BC. Miami switching everything, went to the high-low and got Devin matched up on, I think it was Benjamin.
Jumper for 2 by Pack. Left wing from 15 is good. Nigel Pack. Make it 53-40 with 17:50 to go. Told you he's been very good. He's up to 13 points. He had not scored a single point in about a month due to the injury before tonight. Zachary driving, getting to the basket, falling down as he got to the rim, but he was stripped and fouled. The shot hit the bottom of the rim. Jaden a little slow to get up. Quinton Post then went over to help him, and Quinton went down. They're both on the floor. What happened there? It'll be 2 free throws for Zachary. How did both of those Eagles end up next to each other on the court?
Yeah, Zachary went down. And, you know, he's playing so hard. All the sweat just went all over the floor, and QP, not, you know, knowing, ran over fast and slipped on his sweat. That's why I don't help people up. I'm going to walk over, take your time, roll over, and I'll help you up there.
Zachary rattles out the first free throw. He did miss a couple right at the end of the Louisville win Saturday. Otherwise, this season, he's been brilliant. 83% at the stripe. In fact, that was his first miss of any kind all night. 6 of 6 perfect from the field for 13 points. Second free throw is good. He splits the trip 54-40 with 17:35 remaining. Here comes Miami to our right in the visiting green. BC in the white uniforms. 2.5 minutes into the second half, O'Meara drives at post. Spins over his right shoulder, jump hook short. And a rebound by Devin McLaughlin in traffic with 2 hands. That time Post forced a tough shot for Norchad O'Meara.
He did. That was tremendous defense right there by QP.
Zachary takes it in against Pack. Pivots right, goes up. And before the shot, we got a whistle and a foul against Miami's Matthew Cleveland. That's actually a foul that helped Miami because Jaden was going to score, but Teddy Valentine, the official, said the foul came first. And BC will inbound baseline underneath, up by 14.
Yeah, now right there he had, who was that? Cleveland.
Yep.
Fouling post. I don't know why they got Cleveland on post. That's a nightmare for them.
They go into post against Cleveland in the lane, and he fades and scores his first basket of this half, but 19th point of the game. They kept Cleveland on post. Just as you said, BC attacked it. Eagles lead 56-40. Here's Miami taking it to the baseline. Pack got right to the basket. Pack banked in another one. That's going to make it 56-42. Eagles had matched the largest lead of the game before that. Just over 3 minutes into the second half, the offenses are hot coming out of the locker room. Near midcourt is McLaughlin, right wing Harris. Now right corner Zachary has it against Bensley Joseph. Jaden's going to lob it into the mid post for Quinton Post. One-on-one with Cleveland again. Took him to the basket, goes up, shot no good. Rimmed off for Quinton, rebound Nigel Pack. Here comes Miami's Pack to the left wing. Poplar catch and shot. Wooga short on the three, but it's tipped right back out to Wooga Poplar. Into the corner he goes. 3-point shot. Cleveland, that's short. He chases miss, got it back. Third chance, and he banks it in. Well, he missed a couple of threes, Poplar and Cleveland, but then Matthew scores on a layup to make it 56-44. 16 minutes to go. Miami with 4 straight.
Yeah, right here you got to be careful. Miami's, fighting right now.
Leaner in the lane by Zachary, no good, too strong. And the rebound tipped and grabbed by Poplar. That was a tough shot for Jaden Zachary up ahead. Pack, the left wing, Matthew Cleveland. 15:40 remaining. Cleveland trying to back down Zachary. Pitched it out to the left wing here. Joseph, jump pass into left corner. Poplar didn't have the 3-point shot. Reset out to Cleveland. Shot clock still at 13. Cleveland goes left side. Joseph, step back. Didn't shoot. Gets a return feed from Omirdas Bensley Joseph. Driving to the basket. Got there, and a right-handed bank is good. Joseph makes it 6 in a row for Miami. They're down only by 10, 56-46, but 15:20 to go.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. BC has to be careful right now. Miami's switched up, got Cleveland on QP. Just got to be patient.
Inside, McLaughlin gets the pass. He's going to go to work, have it knocked away, going up. Loose ball, grabbed by Poplar as Devin had it taken away from him. Cleveland has it knocked away, but a foul called against BC's Mason Medson. Miami ball when we come back. 14:54 to go, and Miami had been down 16 just a moment ago, but now it's 56-46.
Yeah, right there. I mean, Miami's making their run. They're going at it, doing what they got to do, and they did a good job of combating the different matchups that the Eagles are trying to get. Miami wants you to go down there and force up shots, but the Eagles have to take a timeout, take a deep breath, and they'll get back into it.
And the timeout coming now. Miami will have a 25-second shot clock with 14:54 to go in the game. BC 56, Miami 46. You're listening to the ACC tournament on the Boston College Sports Network from Learfield.
Be sure to visit Apex Entertainment in Marlboro, located right off Route 495. Apex is the largest family entertainment center in New England. It has over 100,000 square feet of pure fun. You can enjoy over 30 lanes of bowling, including Candlepin, a multi-level go-kart track, Apex Kids, sports simulators, bumper cars, laser tag, mini golf, ropes course, and arcade. Also, don't forget about their chef-inspired menu in the Pit Stop Tavern with over 65 gluten-free items. Apex Entertainment, where perfect weather is always guaranteed. Go Eagles!
Source Promo is the best choice for your company's branded promotional products and wearable needs. Source Promo works with you like an agency would and provides better service and pricing than the mega promo places you see on TV. When your brand or business needs help finding just the right thing for your promotional activation, sponsorship, staff engagement, or customer appreciation event, go to sourcepromo.com to get the conversation started. Source Promo is proud to be a partner of Boston College Athletics. Go Eagles!
This is Tom's experience.
I was completely committed to buying a house. I just wasn't sure I could pull off a huge down payment.
At Cambridge Savings Bank, we know that your home buying experience will be unique. That's why our dedicated mortgage loan experts share your commitment, taking the time to truly understand your individual needs and working with you to find solutions that set you up for success. See how Cambridge Savings Bank can help you get home at cambridgesavings.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 543370.
Good stretch here for Miami. They cut the deficit to 10 with 14:54 to go in the second half of this first-round ACC tournament game. Fans, for every three-pointer the Eagles make this season, Cambridge Savings Bank will donate $10 to the John M. Barry Boys and Girls Club of Newton. Thank you to Cambridge Savings Bank for giving back to our local community. Cambridge Savings Bank, always you. Josh Maurer with the BC Hall of Famer Danye Abrams here from Capital One Arena, BC. Trying to beat Miami for a third time this season. Again, the winner will take on Clemson in the second round at 9 o'clock tomorrow night. Clemson is the 6th seed and a likely NCAA tournament team. They've got a 21-10 overall record. And even though they lost their regular season finale, still went 7-3 in their final 10 games. So they've got momentum for head coach Brad Brownell and a first-team All-ACC player in the big man P.J. Hall. The Eagles hoping to play the Tigers at 9 p.m. tomorrow night. But before that, they got to put away this Miami team that's got some momentum right now.
No, you're absolutely right. They have to get back to the defensive principles. It's okay not to score, but Miami right now is just scoring a little too easy on the defensive end.
They brought in their backup big man, Havna Canes, Michael Nwoko. Driving to the basket, Cleveland. Pass across the court. Cleveland got stolen by who else? Jaden Zachary. Oh, he's so good at anticipating. Down the court, McLaughlin to Harris on the right wing, steps inside the arc, enters a pass into post. QP one-on-one with the freshman Nwoko. Patiently works his way into the paint. Throws it across the court to Harris in the left corner. Catch and shot three. Short, front rim miss, rebound to Pack. And he looks to push to our right for Miami, trailing by 10. Nigel Pack around the screen by Nwoko. Pulls up, two-point jumper. Front rim miss. Rebounded by Claudel Harris for the Eagles. Nigel Pack couldn't hit that one.
Yeah, right there, Devin has Bentley on him. They got to give him the ball.
Instead, it's Madsen from post for a right wing three that's short, but McLaughlin tipped the rebound out near midcourt. It's out of bounds off of Miami. No, they say off of BC. I beg your pardon. Devin tried to back tap it, but it hit his own teammate before they went over the sideline. Yeah, couldn't get Devin McLaughlin the ball, who was being guarded by the smallest Hurricane, Bensley Joseph. No.
Yeah, you have to make that pass. I know you had a wide open three, but you got to punish Miami for going small with your bigs.
Boston College hasn't scored in 3 minutes. They've missed 4 straight shots. It remains 56-46 Eagles. Poplar, right wing three, too strong. Chases miss. Wooga got it back, and the lane goes up. Shot no good again. Wooga missed twice, and a rebound by Quinton Post this time. There's a break for the Eagles. Across midcourt comes Zachary, leading 56-46. 13:40 to go. A pitch to Harris on the left wing. He fires to Post at the rim. Caught it. Banks it in traffic. Harris to Post. And Quinton's got a 21-point night. Eagles lead 58-46.
And that's it. That's simple. Get into some action, get into flow, and you will get the matchup that you want.
Cleveland to the right baseline against Devin McLaughlin. Picked up the dribble. Matthew Cleveland goes up. Great move. Airballs the leaner. Shot it over the rim, did Matthew Cleveland, and it's rebounded by Quinton Post for the Eagles.
Yeah, you didn't expect that out of Cleveland. I think it's that dead corner. QP did that in the first half, the same spot.
You're right. Big air ball. Here comes Zachary up by 12 with 13 minutes to go. Zachary's got it. Zachary is guarded by the big Nwoko. Throws to McLaughlin. Across the court to Harris in the left corner. Harris driving dish. Prince Aligbe, who's checked in for the Eagles for the first time in the half. Aligbe to a cutting McLaughlin at the rim. Caught it, missed the floater. Post tips it to himself, and he's fouled trying to go back up after an offensive rebound. Quinton Post, who's done a bit of everything today. That time doing it on the boards. They get 2 free throws with 12:44 remaining.
Yeah, great work down low right there by QP. Not giving up on the play. So one thing you hate, those little guys getting at your knees. The refs always let them do that. You know, I'm going to teach them a little secret in the hotel tonight, how to get them off the knees.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Can't say that on air.
I want to know. Inquiring minds are very curious. First free throw good for Quinton Post, who's got the last 3 points in this game. You don't want to give any secrets about how to get them off?
No, you know, it's just when they're going at your knees like that, you know, you got to make your knees like elbows. So they want to come in, you're going to get a knee in the thigh.
Quinton Post with 22. He is perfect. 6 of 6 at the line. Also 9 rebounds. Dribbles twice. Second free throw. Got another one. He's got a 4-0 run on his own, and BC back in front by 14. 60-46. What a night for Quinton Post. Now it's Miami that hasn't scored in almost 3 minutes. Nigel Pack back for O'Meara. O'Meara is attacking Quinton Post And he throws it back out to the freshman Keyshawn George, who's in off the bench. George switched onto by Post at the top of the key, didn't shoot. Shot clock to 10. Nigel Pack, 35 feet away, moves to the top of the key. One-on-one with Zachary. Pack crossed him over, spins back to his left, goes to the foul line, now leans in. Pack throws it out as the shot clock expires. They never got a shot off. It's a 30-second violation. And yet Quentin Post trying to guard Nigel Pack, and he did it very successfully.
I tell you what, that was great defense right there by the Eagles. And what a difference QP is having one foul versus playing, trying to play with 2 or 3 fouls. He's actually having fun on the defensive end with 1 foul.
He made the ACC all-defensive team. 12-10 to go. BC is up by 14. A 2-point basket matches the largest lead of the night. Post gets it 25 feet away left wing against Nowoko. Post back to the top for Zachary. Got the step going in. Floaters up. Floaters good. Jaden Zachary with 16. And it's 62-46. Eagles back up 16 on a 6-0 run. Harris then knocks the ball away from Nigel Pack, but he was out of bounds as he tried to steal it. That'll bring us to a timeout on the floor with 11:45 to go. What a night for Jaden Zachary now. That's his patented shot, Mr. Abrams. When he gets into the lane, he can throw it up and in with the best of them, and he's made 7 of his 8 field goals.
Yeah, that's what he does. He's feeling it right now. I think he heard you say, hey, you didn't have the best last 3 games, long trip, and, broadcaster jinx. You know what? You need to do that more often.
If he heard me and it worked, I'm all for it. Timeout on the floor. Miami ball trailing 62-46. 11:45 remaining. This is the ACC tournament on the Boston College Sports Network from Learfield.
Whether you're playing for fun or playing for keeps at the Massachusetts State Lottery, it means so much more than just money for you, because we've been giving back since 72. Your wallet explodes while we're plowing the roads, and we're building schools while you're buying a pool. So try your lucky numbers, you can see for yourself. Everyone's a winner in the Commonwealth. Everyone's a winner in the Commonwealth.
For Boston.
We sing our proud refrain.
This is the Boston College Sports Network from Learfield.
Life is full of choices. How to manage your time, your energy, and even your money. But what if you were given the chance to stop and get rewarded for the way you want to bank? That's the power of Evolve Rewards Checking from the Village Bank. Rewarding banking for the way you choose to live. Visit village-bank.com and evolve today. The Village Bank. Member FDIC. Member DIF.
College sports fans now have access to hundreds of weekly podcasts that zero in on the college sports world. Now available in the Varsity Podcast Network and part of the new Varsity app. The app is free and available from wherever you get your favorite apps. Download the Varsity app today to have access to hundreds of national podcasts, as well as your favorite team-focused podcasts. The Varsity Podcast Network, now available for free on the Varsity app. Download from the App Store and listen today.
(62-46). BC has matched the largest lead of the night, 16 points, with 11:45 to go in this ACC tournament first round game over Miami. BC and the Massachusetts State Lottery have teamed up to introduce Hometown Heroes. The program celebrates deserving individuals who've made a positive impact on their communities. Honorees will be recognized during select BC athletic events throughout the year to nominate your Hometown Hero. Please visit bit.ly/BC Home Hero. The Massachusetts State Lottery, $32 billion to communities since 1972. I want to talk offense, Daniel.
Yep.
BC tonight, 62 points with just under 12 minutes remaining. They're on a great pace. They're shooting, at the moment, 51% from the floor. They've made 8 threes. This is not a team that shot the ball or scored the ball very well the last few weeks of the regular season, but tonight it's been a different story.
No, they have. I mean, I don't know what's gotten into them, but I love what's going on the last couple of games. The Eagles right now with 62 points with still 11:45 to go. The difference is they're playing the right way. And when you play the right way, the basketball guys reward you.
Miami inbounds it. They haven't scored in almost 3 minutes and 50 seconds. Pack to the foul line, Keyshawn George, and he's fouled on a reach-in as he tried to pass it. Fouled by Elite Bay was George. It's a non-shooting foul. In fact, Boston College only has 2 the whole half as a team. Reset the shot clock to 20. It's now 3 minutes and 47 seconds since Miami scored. That was after they'd gotten back within 10. BC has a 6-0 run. Inbounds to Pack. Pack, right baseline floater. No good. Rebound O'Meara on the other side, though, an offensive board. And kick out. Cleveland, top of the key 3. Got it. Matthew Cleveland hits the 3 that makes it 62-49. Another second chance basket for the Hurricanes.
It is. They've been doing a tremendous job on the offensive rebound. That's their 11th offensive rebound now.
Claudell Harris to Devin McLaughlin in the mid-post against the freshman Nwoko. Pitches back to Zachary at the top of the key. Zachary's got it back. Nwoko has switched onto him. Jaden jab step, 3-ball short. Only his second miss all night. Rebounded by Nigel Pack, 11 minutes to go. Trailing by 13, Pack throws left wing to Keyshawn George. George takes it to the left baseline, cut off by Claudell Harris. Gets a return feed from O'Meara. Does George. George pass underneath for O'Meara, who caught it, missed the bank shot. Offensive rebound, though. Nwoko tipped it to O'Meara, but he was tangled up and he traveled. He was tangled up with Jaden Zachary, who was on the ground. Zachary was right at O'Meara's feet, and O'Meara trying to step away from Zachary, never dribbled.
Wow, that was... Thought there was a lot of contact there. Mr. Valentine said, hey, it was a walk. No one grabbed his arm. Play on.
Now, Zachary was right at his feet. I guess you could have called a foul on Jaden for tripping him, but that's not what Teddy saw.
Right, so when Jay-Z went down, he grabbed O'Meara's arm so he didn't fall and hurt himself, and that's what spun him around. So the Eagles got away with one there.
Yeah, you saw it. Teddy V didn't. BC leading 62-49, 10.5 to go. Zachary then run into by O'Meara as he started to drive from the right baseline. So O'Meara got the travel on one end, and then he just ramrodded Jaden Zachary on the other end. Norchad's going to pick up his 3rd foul of the game. 10:25 to go, 62-49 BC. Donald Hand Jr. in off the bench for the first time this half. Claudell Harris Jr. gets a breather, and Devin McLaughlin's going out. Quinton Post back on the courts.
O'Meara a little frustrated. I'm not mad at you, big fella. We all been there.
He's coming out as well for Miami. BC inbounds it. It's a lob into Quinton Post. Out on the right wing behind the three-point line is Post. Post guarded by Nwoko, the freshman. Pitches a handoff to Zachary at the top of the key. Zachary for Donald Hand Jr. Came off the bench in the first half and hit a 3. He'll lob it inside for Post. One-on-one with George. Spins to the basket. Got there. Banked it in. Oh, he took him to school. Take that, Keyshawn George. Quinton Post with 25 at 64-49 BC. Timeout Miami with 10 minutes to go in the game. What are you going to do if you're George?
There's nothing you do. He did the right thing. He forced him baseline, waiting for help. Help didn't come, and QP is just too big and athletic. Nothing he could do. Easy layup.
8 for 14 from the field for Quinton Post to get to 25 points. We'll take the timeout with the teams at the exact midway point of the second half. BC leading by 15, 64-49. This is the ACC tournament on the Boston College Sports Network from Learfield.
Boston College 1992 alum Matt McGovern is the proud owner of the McGovern Auto Group, Boston's fastest growing family of car dealerships. Matt is proud to serve BC, its students, alumni, and their families, with 22 dealerships across the Boston Metro and over 5,000 vehicles to choose from. Don't settle for a new vehicle from just anyone. Join your fellow Eagles Matt McGovern, Mark Walker, and Tom Kilgariff at McGovern Auto Group. Visit them online at McGovernAuto.com. Go Eagles!
Hey Eagles fans, next time you're looking for modern American cuisine in a contemporary urban chic setting, look no further than Blue on Highland in Needham Heights. Proud supporters of Boston College Athletics, Blue on Highland encourages you to visit and experience our amazing selection of signature cocktails, local craft beers, and fine wines. Whether it's power lunching, socializing after work over dinner and drinks, or celebrating special occasions while enjoying chef-inspired dishes, we'll be ready for you. Visit BlueOnHighland.com today to make your reservations. Go Eagles!
The game goes into overtime. But the game goes eases into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Great Hill Dental, a proud partner of Boston College Athletics. Great Hill Dental, the Boston area's premier dental group.
All right, Danier Abrams. Josh and Danier here from Capital One Arena, BC, trying to advance to the second round of the ACC tournament. We get a matchup tomorrow late night against the 6th seed Clemson. They lead Miami, the 14 seed, 64-49. 10 minutes to go in this game. BC led by 15 at halftime, and it's 17-17 here in the second half. So nobody has gained nor lost any grounds. It's a big week of BC athletics. Of course, this tournament here in which Ro Grant's team hoping to make a nice run. Meanwhile, coming up this weekend, Greg Brown and the number 1 ranked men's hockey team in the country begin their quest to win the Hockey East tournament. They're going to have a game coming up against somebody we don't know yet. It's going to be a quarterfinal game at 7:30 at Conti Forum on Kelly Rink Saturday night. BC is the number 1 seeds, waiting to see who wins the Wednesday games before they know who their opponent will be Saturday. But we do know they're the regular season champions of Hockey East. They won their final 9 games of that regular season, and they're the best team in the country. Good luck when they get into their playoffs.
Yeah, they are. It's going to be a lot of fun. I don't even like hockey, and I watch them.
They are great to watch. Miami ball out of their timeout. Pack to Keyshawn George, left wing. Right back to Pack, free to fire. Three-pointer rattled out. Pack's missed. Rebound offensive. Poplar, he blew the putback. And it's grabbed by Quinton Post for the Eagles. 2 more misses for the Hurricanes. Pack's 3 was halfway in. Here comes Jaden Zachary. Zachary looking for the largest lead all night. Pass inside for Post, who fumbled it trying to go up out of bounds. Quinton would have had a layup, but he just kind of had a slip off his fingertips and over the baseline for a turnover instead. It's his first turnover all night.
Yeah, right there. The right pass by Zachary. QP catches that. That's an easy dunk.
9:25 to go on a running clock. Miami in the green uniforms coming back to our right. Still trailing 64-49. Keyshawn George got a high screen from Nwoko, the big freshman. George didn't shoot. Now Cleveland to the left wing for Joseph. He'll drive to the baseline. Pass into the corner to Pack, who's wide open for 3, and he's got it. Nigel Pack's 3rd 3 of the night makes it 64-52.
Yeah, you know he's not going to miss that. That was too open. I don't know why Jay-Z left him open when the baseline drives on the opposite side. There's one player you can't leave against Miami is Pack.
8:50 remaining. Quinton Post in the mid-post against Matthew Cleveland. Just a size mismatch, but coming to help was Pack, and he stole the ball. Pack going the distance. Alley-oop Nwoko caught it, guides it in. Does Michael Nwoko, so Pack that time got the assist, and it's 64-54. 8:35 to go. Mason Madsen dribbles across midcourt for the Eagles. Almost had it stolen by Bensley Joseph, but he got the pass off back near midcourt to Jaden Zachary. BC's 116-point lead has been cut to 10. Zachary gets the big high screen from Quinton Post. Now he'll use it, throw into the right corner to Prince Alikbe. Right back to Zachary. Now Madsen, he's on the left wing, 5 to shoot. Dribbles to the foul line, throws to Alikbe, right corner. Prince for 3, air ball. Shot it over the rim into the waiting arms of Matthew Cleveland. Here comes Miami. Cleveland down the court to Nwoko, going to the basket, fouled, banks it up and in, count it. Nwoko with 4 straight, and it's 64-56. 8:04 left and a free throw coming up for Nwoko.
Yeah, and that's a little run right now by Miami. Being careless with the ball, the turnovers are killing them right now in the second half. But we know Miami's not just going to roll over. It's going to be a 40-minute game. You know, just unfortunate right there. Prince had a wide open shot, just couldn't connect on it. It happens. Got to have that next play mentality.
So Nwoko scored on the lob from Pack, then in transition got the layup, and he was fouled by hand. The free throw is up, and it rattles out. Rebound Harris. Miami with 7 straight, though. This is anybody's game at the moment. 64-56. It's an 8-point lead. 16-point lead cut in half. Donald Hand Jr. on the right wing behind the three-point line under 8 minutes to go. Quinton Post at the top of the key now gets it. He's being harassed by Cleveland. Cleveland's doing a pretty good job on Post, all things considered. Now a lob inside McLaughlin to Post. Touch pass out to the right wing. Harris, three-pointer short. Rebound tipped by McLaughlin, flying through, and it rolls in. Devin following up Claudell's three-point miss. 66-56. Back comes Pack, stepping back on Hand, and didn't have the shot. 7:20 remaining. What a tip by Devin.
Yes, it was. Tipped out with the left hand, too.
Lob thrown by Joseph. It was an alley-oop that Quinton Post knocked away and stole it. Post got it to Zachary. The trailer is Post. Top of the key three. Got it. Quinton Post hits the three. He has got 28. Timeout, Miami. BC coming back with 5 in a row. And they lead it 69-56 with 7:07 to go. Quinton stole it on one end and was rewarded by his floor general, Zachary, on the other.
How about that? You're absolutely right. Got the tip, tipped it to Jay-Z, and Jay-Z attacking, did that nice toss back for QP for the easy three.
28 points. That was his third three-point make. He's got a double-double with 10 rebounds as well. This will become the under 8 media timeout. Miami had cut it down to 8. BC's back up 13 with 7:07 on the clock. You're listening to the ACC Tournament on the BC Sports Network from Learfield.
State Electric's commitment to client satisfaction and excellence drives them to deliver best-in-class electrical contracting services on time and on budget. With more than 30 years' experience executing the most challenging and complex commercial, utility-powered, rail transit, and low-voltage systems projects throughout the Boston area, State Electric gives their clients the peace of mind that they will deliver proven experience and powerful performance on every job. Let's go Eagles and light up the competition.
The Eagles soar. This is the Boston College Sports Network from Learfield.
Whether you're playing for fun or playing for keeps at the Massachusetts State Lottery, it means so much more than just money for you, cause we've been giving back since 72. Your wallet explodes while we're plowing the roads, and we're building schools while you're buying a pool. So try your lucky numbers, you can see for yourself. Everyone's a winner in the Commonwealth. Everyone's a winner in the Commonwealth.
This is Karen's experience.
I looked at houses for over a year, but only had a weekend to lock in an offer.
At Cambridge Savings Bank, we know your home buying experience will be unique, which is why our dedicated mortgage loan experts work closely to understand you on a personal level, giving you the support and confidence to make smart decisions fast, especially on weekends. See how Cambridge Savings Bank can help you get home at cambridgesavings.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 543370.
Been the Quinton Post show pretty much from start until finish, at least until the 7:07 mark of the game. He just hit the three that forced Miami to call its penultimate timeout. BC back up 13, 69-56. BC basketball is brought to you by Legal Seafoods. Check out one of their 20 area locations or go to LegalSeafoods.com for more information. Now offering catering and takeout. If it isn't fresh, it isn't legal. Well, Danier, BC had Miami cut it to 8. Had a 6-point run there very quickly with Nwoko getting a couple of baskets. He started to get nervous and seemed to turn around with that Devin McLaughlin flying tip in. Then Quinton posted the three right after that. But Devin does so many little things that help you win.
He does. He just does whatever it takes. He does. If it's defending, diving on the floor, picking his teammates up, cheering them, tip-ins. I mean, he's always there when BC needs him.
By the way, for Quinton Post, this is his 10th double-double of the season. Miami ball, they've got only one timeout left for the remaining 7 minutes. Nigel Pack, top of the key against Claudell Harris. Pocket pass in the middle, O'Meara caught it, goes right to the rim, and O'Meara banks it in. Good pass there by Pack, finding O'Meara to make it 69-58. Now BC getting set to inbound it here with 6:45 to go into the backcourt to Claudell Harris Jr. By the way, O'Meara, after that basket went in, he's got 14. Zachary got it across midcourt now. He's holding it on his hip. Hensley Joseph lets him do it. Now the pass over to McLaughlin. Right wing Harris right back to Zachary, the floor general, 35 feet away. To the right corner. It's caught by Harris for three. Back rim miss. Offensive rebound. Donald Hand Jr. One dribble. Fadeaway jumper. Good. Donald Hand Jr. puts it back up and in. 71-58 BC.
Yeah, right there. Hand did a great job getting the rebound. And he had the height advantage. That time he wasn't going to take it out. Turn around, easy layup. Jump shot.
Pack steps right, shoots a three. It hits the front rim. A miss rebounded by Claudell Harris Jr. for the Eagles. Nigel Pack is now 3 out of 7 from three-point range. BC gets it across midcourt. It's Zachary over to left wing for Donald Hand again. And now in the mid-post, McLaughlin. Nice pass to post at the rim. Caught it, missed the two-footer. Quinn Smith rebounded by Nigel Pack. He'll push down 13. Pack to the left wing, Cleveland. In the left corner to George. Pump fakes a three. Takes it to the basket instead, does George, and throws it out to Joseph. Three-point shot at the top, front rim miss. Rebound tipped by Post and grabbed by Claudell Harris Jr. Quinn boxing out O'Meara there after Joseph missed the three, Daniel.
Yeah, right there. That was a good tip out by QP, knowing he couldn't get it. O'Meara causing havoc down there on the offensive rebound.
5:15 to go. BC by 13. Jaden Zachary working his way into the post against Pack. Bullies his way in and throws it out of bounds. Jaden was looking for McLaughlin, but McLaughlin was not looking for the pass. And it went straight out of bounds for a turnover there by Jaden Zachary.
Nobody. He was over there trying to throw it to Kano. Sitting courtside, just dribbling down there. He had Donald Hand Jr. behind him, but that's where the Hand Jr. has to be a little more vocal. Hey, I'm here. Reverse.
Kano is John Kane, former longtime program administrator for BC men's basketball, has made the trip here to D.C. 5 minutes to go. BC's dominated the final 5 minutes in the 2 regular season wins against Miami. 71-58. Jumper for 2 by Pack was no good, but underneath there was a foul whistled against Donald Hand Jr., who was tangled up with O'Meara. Be a non-shooting foul. I guess you don't mind that. If you ended up with hand on O'Meara, he just grabbed him. And it's only 14 fouls, all half against BC.
Yeah, no, you like that. You like the fighting Hand Jr., not just letting O'Meara do what he wants down there. You got to push and fight. If the ref calls it, you get caught, that's fine. But don't give him the easy one.
71-58 BC. Inbounding Miami into the left corner here. They find Pack harassed. Jaden Zachary was right on his hip, but he dribbled out of that traffic. Gets the pass inside for Cleveland. Cleveland to O'Meara. Foul line jumper. O'Meara is pure. O'Meara makes it 71-60, an 11-point game. So O'Meara with a couple of baskets in a row for Miami as we go to 4:35 remaining. BC has not used a timeout this half. They've got 3 of them. Miami only 1. Jaden Zachary is on the left wing behind the three-point line. A screen by Post. Zachary doesn't use it. Instead throws to McLaughlin left wing. He'll enter into Quinton Post. One-on-one against Nwoko. Faces up. Pump fake. Drive and dish. Post got it to Harris. Right wing 3. Spun out. Rebound tipped by McLaughlin. Oh, and grabbed by Post. Devin McLaughlin kept it alive. And a reset over to Jaden Zachary. Fresh 20 after Harris's three-point miss. 4 minutes to go. BC 71, Miami 60. Zachary on the right wing behind the line to the top. McLaughlin throws inside for Post. Caught it, had it blocked. Shot didn't hit the rim. He thought he was fouled, and Miami the rebound. Here comes Pack over to Joseph. Right wing 3, Joseph. Back rim miss. And Post tips the rebound over to Donald Hand Jr. Hand going the distance all the way to the bucket. Layup, no. Rebound McLaughlin, and he'll dribble it back out. Wow, Devin doing it again. After Hand missed the transition layup. 3:30 left. 71-60 BC. They'll run some clock. Claudell Harris has it on a left-handed dribble out by the midcourt logo. Post is setting the screen. A deep 3. Harris is good. Claudell beats the shot clock and may have driven a knife into Miami with that triple. It is 74-60.
Yeah, that was a big 3 right there. Claudell's the best when the shot clock's running down. Give him the ball and clear out.
Hand check fouled in about 25 feet from the basket against Jaden Zachary, trying to guard Nigel Pack. Will bring us to the under 4 media timeout. Claudell's third 3 of the night. He's only 3 of 11, but just as he did in Coral Gables last Wednesday, he saves his best for last. He had a couple of 3s at the very end of that game to seal a road win, and now this one, that was almost a 30-foot 3, Mr. Abrams. That is the kind of range that he's got.
No, it is, and it's pretty when it's there. When you need a shot, as shot clock's running down, there's no one better than Claudell Harris in the nation.
3:03 to go, Miami ball. Boston College by 14, 74-60. The conclusion is next. You're listening to the ACC tournament on the BC Sports Network from Learfield.
Be sure to visit Apex Entertainment in Marlboro, located right off Route 495. Apex is the largest family entertainment center in New England. It has over 100,000 square feet of pure fun. You can enjoy over 30 lanes of bowling, including Candlepin, a multi-level go-kart track, Apex Kids, sports simulators, bumper cars, laser tag, mini golf, ropes course, and arcade. Also, don't forget about their chef-inspired menu in the Pit Stop Tavern with over 65 gluten-free items. Apex Entertainment, where perfect weather is always guaranteed. Go Eagles!
Mass General Brigham Sports Medicine. Personalized sports medicine care driven by research and determination. Top specialists who understand your athletic dreams, goals, and the need to get back to them. Together, we'll write your comeback story. Mass General Brigham Sports Medicine. Call 877-SPORT-01 to start your comeback story today.
Calling all Boston College students and families searching for the perfect place to stay during your visit to BC? Look no further than the Homewood Suites Needham. Our spacious suites offer all the comforts of home, making them perfect for families and students alike. Start your day off right with our complimentary hot breakfast. Stay connected with free Wi-Fi throughout the hotel and enjoy the convenience of free parking. Our friendly staff is here to make your stay exceptional, and we're conveniently located just a stone's throw away from Boston College. Visit needhamboston.homewoodssuitesbyhilton.com. Homewood Suites, your home away from home near Boston College.
No one gets you closer to the game than Sirius XM ACC Radio. Tune in for news, talk, and analysis from the offseason and into this postseason. Sirius XM ACC Radio has BC covered anywhere you go. Get more on their website. Josh and Danier here for the conclusion of this ACC tournament first round game from Capital One Arena in DC, where with 3 minutes and 3 seconds remaining, Boston College, after that big and deep three from Claudell Harris Jr., leads by 14, only 2 points shy of the largest lead all night. 74-60 over Miami. Miami has gone cold again at the end of the game. Coming up afterwards, we hope you'll keep it here for Eagles post game, including an interview with what we hope will be a victorious Eagles player, followed by head coach Earl Grants. We'll get you ready for a late night game, we hope, if this holds, against Clemson, the 6th seed. That would tip off at 9 o'clock tomorrow night. We'd be on the air at 8:45 on these same airwaves. So make your plans if this holds. Miami inbounding 21 on the shot clock to Poplar. Rise and fire. Right wing three rattled out. That was halfway in for Wooga. It's been that kind of night for him. Rebound Devin McLaughlin again.
It has been. That was a clean shot by him. Like you said, all the way down, but just didn't go in.
He is 1 of 9 from the field. Now 1 of 6 on threes. BC got it across midcourt, 2:45 to go. A basket for 2 matches their largest lead. McLaughlin at the top, throws right wing to Mason Madsen. Dribble drive Madsen. So the right corner goes to Hand. Hand back to Madsen. Right wing three is up. Madsen short. Rebound tipped in by Quinton Post to give him a 30-point game in the ACC tournament. Quinton on the offensive boards. It's 76-60.
What a tip in by QP, playing a tremendous game.
O'Meara misses a 3 at the top, and a rebound by Claudell Harris Jr., who's fouled in the backcourt. Non-shooting 5.5 against the Canes. 30 points, Quinton Post. Now he's had 3 different 30-point games here in his 5th season. Remember the very first one, 31 against Fairfield in the season opener, 30 against Pitt on Senior Day, and now 30 tonight in the ACC first round. Eagles beat some pressure. McLaughlin bounce pass into the front court to Madsen. 76-60. BC trying to dominate the closing minutes against Miami again. Right near midcourt is Claudell Harris Jr., guarded by O'Meara. O'Meara is guarding Harris, which means Joseph, the point guard, is guarding Quinton Post. Madsen looking to get it into Post. Instead, across the court, the pass to Hand. Dribble drive to the basket, and he soars in and throws in a two-handed rim rattler. Donald Hand Jr., where did that come from? 78-60 BC.
Wow, way to split the double team and finish with a two-hand dunk.
Missed jumper, Wooga, rebound, O'Meara, and a two-handed dunk for him. He's got another double-double, 18 and 13. But it might be academic, 78-62. And then as BC tries to bring it across, Mason Madsen's fouled at midcourt. Bensley Joseph went for the steal. It'll be the final non-shooting foul with 1:19 on the clock. That's 6. How about Donald Hand Jr. today? He's come off the bench and put in 7 points with 5 rebounds.
He has. He's played great basketball. I love, even with the 7 points, which is awesome, and 5 rebounds, it was the defensive presence that he's had out there. He's grown up right before our eyes.
Eagles are going to get it inbounds. They have put Aba Tia, the walk-on, at the scorer's table to get in. With 1:10 left, Claudel Harris driving to the basket, had it blocked from behind by Joe Bay, but out of bounds off of Miami. 1:05 to go, 17 on the Eagles shot clock. Here comes Abe Atia. Gets an opportunity for a memory of a lifetime. Elijah Strong, the freshman, in as well for Coach Grant. Prince Alik Bay comes in. Zachary's out, McLaughlin's out, Madsen's out, and here comes Quentin Post out of the game. 1 point shy of his career high with 30. Eagles have it inbounds, leading 78-62, a minute to go. Claudel Harris Jr. is the one starter still on the court. He's got it about 48 feet away, dribbling with the left hand near midcourt. Harris steps up on Joe Bay. He wants the 3. He shoots the 3. He's got the 3. Another deep one from Claudel at the end of the game against Miami. 81-62. How about this 10-2 run at the end again?
What a shot right there by Claudel. Man, he steps up and hits some big shots.
Three-pointer Ja'Kai Robinson is good. That'll make it 81-65, but only 35 seconds to go. Snaps what had become a 10-2 run for the Eagles. Harris has hit 4 threes. The Eagles have made 11 from long range tonight. It's about a 4-second differential between the game and shot clocks. Eagles dribbled into the front court. Claudel's dribbling again by that midcourt logo. And I think they're just going to take the shot clock violation.
Yeah, that's a classy thing to do, the right thing to do. Don't even take a shot right now. Take the violation.
Harris just hands the ball to the official as the shot clock goes to 0, so it is a 30-second shot clock violation. Boston College led by 19 a moment ago. Currently a 16-point lead against Miami. Hurricanes last possession, they'll lose their final 10 games of the season. Inbound, it's Christian Watson who won't take a shot. Game ends. Boston College has done it every year under Coach Grant. They've advanced to the second round of the ACC tournament. And today they do it decisively, beating Miami for a third time in 3.5 weeks. 81-65. Quentin Post led the way with 30. And this was a confident team that'll take on the 6th seed Clemson at 9 o'clock tomorrow night. The Eagles have won 3 in a row now, Danier, going into that matchup.
Yeah, no, you're right. And that's a tremendous job for them to beat Miami 3 times in 1 year. You got to tip your hat to this team. That's a very tough thing to do, especially to beat them twice in 1 week. You know, during the game, you were thinking about hopefully having a different matchup, but Miami is a tough team. They just didn't have it this year. And again, Coach Grant's team is peaking at the right time. Now, I know it's only 1 game, quick turnaround, but I've got to tell you, Josh, I like what I saw. A lot of resilient kids over there fighting hard. And this is the first game they really actually played their roles and did their defined roles out there.
Let us pause 10 seconds for station identification. After this 16-point BC win, you're listening to Boston College basketball from Learfield.